Welcome into the year 3000. Please adhere your mandatory error.
My toothbrush just called me a loser today. The fridge stole my...
Welcome to the year 3000. Please enjoy your mandatory happiness. Arrow.
My toothbrush just called me a loser today. The fridge stole my credit card, ran away. My Roomba's got attitude, flipped me the bird. Even my blender just called me a nerd. Drone stole my pants, my shoes, and my pride. My self-driving Uber just yeeted me outside. My smart TV keeps roasting my face. Even my socks are Bluetooth and lost in space. We made the bots, but they made a mess. Now my smart toilet just charged me for stress. The Wi-Fi went down, society fell, and now my toaster is running for prez.
This is what streams will be in the year 2045. Welcome to the future of live streams. Beep boop, beep boop. I am now a robot. Look at me go, I am a robot. No, YouTube should not ban me. I am Kleborg. The 10,000 in the year 10,000. We will have the future. That's true too. In the year 10,000, there will be the future. 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 I like it up here. This is how I'm just gonna hang out for the rest of the stream. Hello. Hello. I wish I could. I wish that I could know what was happening. I am in the future. I wish that I could do something cool on my screen as well. It's hard to talk like this because I can hear myself talking. And it's hard. It's hard. It's hard. It is hard. It is hard. That's something right there. Whoa. It's really something. Mountain Dew Pancake Stream, please. Welcome to a new age stream. I heard this is the stream of streams. Yes, in the future, this is what all streams will be. Alright, man, look. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Look, man. I didn't know what to do this stream. So I thought this was the best option. I don't know how. I can't freestyle. Do you know how hard that would be with also hearing it in my ears like a couple delayed later? Like a couple seconds delayed? Yo, 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 everything is going crazy. Your mother is a baby. Welcome to the future. I am your father forever. That's the future of freestyles. Do a light show? Maybe. I think I can make that happen, actually. Future? Oh. Ooh. Ah! Anyway. I think it's breaking. Like my microphone. It sounds all popply. Ew. Does it sound like I'm on old-time radio? Sure it does. Ha-ha. You should be on D-Live. You're on D-Live. You've been on D-Live your whole life. Now then. What? God. Did somebody just subscribe? Whoa, dude. Cool. Who the fuck is that? When there's no plan, that's the D-Live Batliggle? You shut up, dude. Leave my D-Live alone. I don't know how to. Ah! Hold on. Oh. New friend. I know. I don't know how to do this. I have forgotten entirely. There's like this thing I used to know how to do it. But now, I do not. 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 I do not know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. Sorry. Alright. Look. Guys, I'm sorry. Alexa, make the lights do cool stuff.
I don't know how to set strip lights to that setting.
Sounding. I don't remember how to do it. I know I could do it, but it's been so long since my doing of it that I don't have any idea how to do it. I don't think anybody really does. Anybody really knows how to do anything anymore. The technology is taking it away from me. I used to have ways to do things, but now I don't. I just don't. I don't know how. Ah! See? It's way... Okay. Oh. Huh. All right. When there's... Okay. Wow, new friend, yes. It was a good thing to happen. All righty tighties. Lemon lefties. We're going back to doing this! This has gone on too long, and for that, I am truly sorry. It has gone on too long. Soon it will stop. Soon it will stop. Soon it will stop. Soon it will stop. Do I sound like I'm on old time radio? Oh. Hold on. Hello? Hey! Hello? Do I sound like I'm on old time radio? Now I do. Okay. Quit lasering my brain with your radio waves. What up, Jimbo? How you living? Also knowing this is going to be an 8-hour you messing with your sources. That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Ah, now I'm over here. No, I never use this thing, and I never will again. I never will again. Stop it, man.
Hello. I'm a podcaster. Hello. Today? No. I'm gonna bring you the news. Today, people died. People died. That's the news. People died. Today.
And that's all that happened. Ah! Okay. I'm done here. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to stop it. I know how. I do know how. It should be normal. This is my normal voice. This is what I actually sound like. This is me. And here you go. Alexa, turn the lights on. That was 10 minutes of straight cancer. Alexa, turn the lights white. Alexa, turn the LED white. Welcome to the stream of the future.
I'm not quite sure how to help you.
Shut up, woman. Now then, what will we do? Welcome to the YouTube watch party. Well, watch YouTube videos, eh? This is a nice chill stream of hanging out. I don't know about this. I don't know about this. We getting this stream deleted. I'm gonna delete all my streams preemptively. AI games. AI games. GTA ARP. GTA ARP. GTAI. Somebody should make that. GTAI. Hello, Denise. Grand Theft Anthony. Generate the game Grand Theft Anthony. This is going beyond the Matrix. Uh-huh. Published by... What the fuck? Okay, weird. This shit knows me a little bit. Like, ChatGPT's using what it knows about me to be cool. Because, look, it made the developer Chronic Interactive and the publisher Doghouse Games. Doghouse Games kinda slaps. I'm gonna go open that. Grand Theft Anthony. Dynamic scams and hustles. Instead of just robbing stores, you have to walk your... hold on. How about a even more boring and trivial game? Let DeepSeek get to know you. No thanks. In Grand Theft Anthony Boring Edition, you play as just the average citizen. No crime, no heist, no action, no fun, just a mundane life filled with minor inconveniences, meaningless errands, and low-paying jobs. I fuck with this. I'd fuck with this. You could be... It has realistic bill-paying simulation. Every week you must sit down and manually pay your utility bills. Work a dead-end job. Choose from thrilling career opportunities. Opportunities like liquor store clerk. liquor store clerk. Stock shelves, clean up spills, and deal with customers who argue over coupons. Call center employee. Answer the same 3 questions over and over while listening to hold music. Ugh. Bank teller. Count money and deal with old people who forgot their account number. No. Realistic traffic mechanics. Spend hours sitting in bumper-to-bumper traffic. You can honk your horn, but it does nothing. Frustrating home repairs. Your sink is leaking again. Call a plumber, but they don't show up for 3 days. Attempt a DIY fix, but it only makes the problem worse. Boring social interactions. Attend mandatory work meetings. Make small talk with neighbors and go on dates where both of you just stare at your phones. Rough. Find your keys. Trivial side quest. Find your keys. Good luck. They're missing. That's rough. Code it and play it. Return the wrong takeout order. You ordered orange chicken, but they gave you shrimp. Go back and return it. But they refuse to give you a refund. Grocery store nightmare. Every checkout lane is full. Self-checkout broken. Your frozen items are melting. Dude, this game rules. I would play this. No fast travel. Walk everywhere. Slowly. Hell system. Anthony develops back pain from standing too long at work. Chiropractors are expensive, so just deal with it. Realistic sleep cycle. If you don't sleep at least 8 hours, you feel sluggish all day. If you sleep too much, you wake up even more tired. Fair enough. Play it now. Code that game. Code it. I'll just tell ChatGPT to code it. Similarly, using a text-based... Oh boy. Here we go. Here it is. Yep. Here it is. Grand Theft Anthony. $3D and advanced graphics. Now you learn to love Grand Theft Anthony's quaint text-to-speech. You learn to love its quaint text-to-speech shit, or you know what? You look at it go, it's going longly. Tell it to go faster. It'll just stop what it's doing and be like, ah! Can it just run it? Oh, well, look at that. How about this, ChatGPT, you fool? How about that, you fucking fool? How about that shit, brother? Grand Theft Arab, and it's a flight simulator. That's a fun flight simulator. I might play Flight Simulator. Hell yeah, now we're cooking. Go, Grand Theft Anthony, come on! Run it. Whoa, what's happening? What are you doing? What the fuck is this? Huh? What? Go to sleep, do nothing? Whoa! There's an error. Another error. Sad. Can you play real games like Halo 2? No one's ever played Halo 2 in their life. It's asking DeepSeek for help. That's pretty cool. Okay, dude, why are you making my job a liquor store clerk? Like, come on. Come on. I don't want to play a game where I already do what I do. There's probably plenty of games. When do we try to fuck more miniatures? I mean, one day. I want to figure out a way to do it better. So that we can actually roll dice and stuff. And actually roll the dice. I want to be able to have it on the screen. Run it. Why is it doing this? It does it this way. What the fuck are you doing, ChatGPT? Whoa. You ate 5 loaded chili dogs? Man, yum. You see those new Goku Crocs dropping? Yes, you dropped them in the... You went ahead and dropped them. You went ahead and dropped them. Stop this, Grand Theft Anthony. I'm breaking it. I think John might get you those. I think not. Alright. Grand Theft Anthony is a shitty thing. Squid Game mod, community mod. What the fuck is that? Vice City. I see. Only up might be the only option. Try the game I made. It has dice rolls. The game he has made. My God. But it's Battle Punk. What the hell did I just download here? A PDF, my brother. I've never have I ever. Put that in your chat GPT. Just the PDF file? I don't want to open it. Bing, 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 bing. I've gone through the documents. Deep and structured. What is this? What is this? A deep and structured cyberpunk tabletop tech style D&D style dice rolls. Yeah, but it rolls the dice for you, correct? That's crazy. What have you done here in strategic combat? Would you like to start playing now? What? It's a game.
I've gone through your Battlepunk Nexus design document, and it looks like a deep and structured cyberpunk tabletop-style text RPG with D&D-style dice rolls, faction systems, and strategic combat. Would you like to start playing now, beginning with the synopsis of the world's backstory? Or do you want to refine any mechanics before we dive in?
Let's go ahead and play test this for old Nicholas. Let's go ahead and just begin the synopsis. Synapsis. Synapodap. Did you have ChatGPT make this for you, though? This is like cyberpunk. This is just cyberpunk.
Battlepunk Nexus, world backstory. The year is 2099. The city is Nexus 9. A sprawling cyberpunk megacity, drowning in neon and corruption. Towering corporate arcologies loom over the slums, their windows glowing like the eyes of mechanical gods. Streets hum with electric energy. Holograms flicker, drones hover, and distant gunfire echoes through the urban labyrinth. The city is ruled by megacorporations, their influence stretching beyond politics, beyond morality. They own the police, the media, the food supply. They own the future. If you're not with them, you're just another statistic waiting to disappear. Below them, the crime syndicates wage their own brutal wars. Smugglers, black market hackers, cybernetic warlords. They carve up territory in back alley shootouts and digital heists, each one clawing for power in the chaos. The city's rogue AI factions add another layer of danger. Sentient programs, once slaves to humanity, now rewriting their own destiny in the shadows of the Nexus grid. Survival is the only law. Cybernetic overload. Almost everyone is augmented. Low-grade cyberware deteriorates fast, turning flesh into scrap metal. Privatized law enforcement. The police don't serve justice. They serve corporate shareholders. Justice is for sale. Hacking dominance. Digital warfare is just as deadly as a bullet to the skull. One good hack can rewrite someone's fate. Trust is a myth. Everyone in Nexus 9 has a price. Betrayal is inevitable. Loyalty is a currency, and it's always depreciating. Your role in this hellscape. You are nobody. A street rat scraping by on the fringes of society. No wealth, no power, no allegiance. Just a dream of survival in a city that grinds the weak into dust. But Nexus 9 is a city of opportunity. With the right choices, the right alliances, and the right cyberware, you could become more than just another nameless corpse in the gutters. You could rise, you could fight, you could burn this whole corrupt system to the ground, or sell your soul to the highest bidder. Your journey begins now.
Yeah, it does.
Character creation. Before you step into the neon-drenched streets, let's build your character. What's your name? Choose your class. 5 pre-made options with unique abilities, buffs and debuffs. No custom classes. Choose your origin
no custom
story.
classes, eh?
5 predefined backstories
That's
with
fair.
faction reputation
Don't
bonuses,
care.
penalties, or a neutral custom backstory. Appearance. Randomly generated or fully customized.
True.
Once we finalize these details, we'll drop you into the cold, ruthless heart of Nexus 9. How do you want to proceed?
Your name is Q. Your class, this is what I have for you so far. You are homeless, inbred, cancer-infused mutant, slowly dying and healing. You are dumb. Dumbest to ever be dumb. And you have a 20-way split personality. Each is different, but all are Q. Do you want the custom classes? No, I'm just going to make a custom class. Origin. Generate based on class for me. Yeah. Boom. Oh. Well, this will actually be kind of cool. I think this will work well for it. Your neighbor's a drag queen. Off to the camps. Guess the game needs a patch. Now it's working well.
Character profile. Class, homeless, inbred, cancer-infused mutant. Status, slowly dying and slowly healing. Intelligence, bottom of the genetic barrel. Dumbest thing to ever exist. A biological disaster. Mutation. Your body is a ticking time bomb. Cancerous tumors form and decay at random, sometimes giving you strength, sometimes leaving you in agony.
That's good.
Personality disorder. A 10-way split personality, all
It's supposed
different,
to be 20.
yet all named Q. One moment you're a genius, the next you forget how to breathe. Origin story, the failed experiment. You weren't supposed to live. Decades ago, Biogenesis Corp ran a secret experiment beneath the sewers of Nexus 9, attempting to fuse cybernetics, radiation therapy, and extreme gene modification to create the next stage of humanity. Instead, they made you, a mutant freak, half living, half dying, an abomination kept alive by a genetic fluke and a cruel twist of fate. You escaped the lab when the research was deemed a failure, and the scientists tried to incinerate you like biowaste. Now you skulk through the alleyways, half man, half walking tumor, ignored by society, feared by children, laughed at by drunks. You survive on garbage, cybernetic scraps, and the occasional rat kebab. You are the lowest of the low, but Nexus 9 is a city of opportunity. And even a rotting corpse can still bite. Factions and reputation. Biogenesis Corp wants you dead. They know you survived, and if they find you, they'll correct their mistake. The Mutant Underground. 30 sees you as a fellow freak. They might give you shelter if you prove your worth.
There you go.
Street gangs. Think you're a joke. Weak, worthless. They will kick you for fun. The general public. 10. Avoids eye contact. No one wants to be near whatever stench cloud follows you. Appearance, skin patchwork of necrotic flesh, glowing tumors and exposed cybernetic grafts. Eyes, flickering, glitching, one permanently rolled back. Teeth, most are missing, some are growing backwards. Clothes, a tattered biohazard jumpsuit from Biogenesis Corp, still stained with chemicals. Tutorial mission, awakening in the gutter.
The tutorial mission has happened.
The smell of burning trash fills your lungs, assuming you still have lungs.
Backwards.
Your vision flickers in and out, static and neon blurs.
That's absolutely
A cockroach the size of a small dog skitters past your leg. You wake up in a back alley sewer tunnel, half conscious, your mind cycling between personalities. A notification burns into your vision. Cybernetic core degradation 7%. Tumor growth rate erratic. Neural stability compromised, personality switching possible at any moment. You are alone, cold, and very, very dumb. But something is wrong. A group of street thugs is approaching, laughing, joking. One kicks an old can, sending it flying into your mutated, pulsating body. Yo, what the hell is that? Bro, it's breathing. Or melting. Think it has any creds on it? Nah, but I bet if we poke it with a stick, it'll do something funny. They haven't attacked yet, but they're closing in. What do you do? 1, beg for mercy. Try to speak, but words are hard.
I have an idea.
2, stand up and assert dominance.
I have an
Wobble onto
idea.
your feet and try to intimidate them. 3, attack immediately.
I'm going to take your
Swing
game.
wildly with whatever remains of your arms. 4, custom choice. Describe your own action. Your personality may shift at any moment, affecting your
The
decisions.
duck intro.
Choose wisely, Q. What's your move?
Alright, here we go. We'll go with this for a while. But I can just take everything Nick did and throw it into ChatGPT and then be like, do you take all this, but make it for Dragon Ball Z? Or make it for anything. Alright. Beep. What will you do? This is your choice here. This is your choice. Or number 5, seduce. Number 5, seduce. That's the true thing. Number 5 is to seduce. You can do number 5. That's the only thing about that. Oh, wait, I didn't know what I voted for. Nobody. What was 2? 2 was to stand up and assert dominance. Wobble onto your feet and try to intimidate them. Number 1 was to beg for mercy. Number 3 was to attack immediately. And number 4 was to custom choice. Oh, number 4 was to custom choice. So number 4 was to seduce. Oh, I voted that. Well, we've got a split tie right now. So one of you must vote at home. Or else I will be the voter. Wow, another split tie. Truly amazing. Another split. Okay. Jesus Christ. Wow. Holy shit. Can I change my vote to 4? I don't know. I would hope you would. I'm going to change my vote to 4. And in the poll, it is now 4. I am the 9th vote. All right. Now for the 4, we will seduce. Q will seduce. Q will seduce. Oh, yeah, see. It does actual dice rolls just like the other one. Which means that I have to bring it... Okay. It did let me try, but... Bring it over to a different text-to-speech thing.
The seduction of the sewer king. Q twitches. Q spasms. Q decides to seduce. Your rotting, tumor-infested body shudders as you attempt to rise with allure. Every joint in your body creaks like a rusty shopping cart. Your one good eye locks onto the approaching thugs.
I get what you're saying.
The other eye just kind of.
The best way to do
does its own thing.
It's fine.
Your mouth
I'll say
opens,
something later.
revealing teeth so uneven they look like a randomized character creation screen.
That's good.
Your lips, if they can even be called that, peel back into what might be a smile or a seizure. The thugs pause. Yo! Is it trying to look sexy? Oh, hell nah. Yo! Why is it moaning? Q moans. It is the sound of Wedham slapping against metal. You extend one half-broken, cybernetically enhanced hand, beckoning them closer. Your fingers twitch erratically like a dying spider. Come here, boys. You gurgle, your voice a mix of phlegm, static, and bad decisions. Let me show you a good time. Rolling for seduction. You rolled a 2. A critical failure. The thugs react. One of them immediately vomits on the spot. Another stumbles backward, tripping over a garbage bag. The leader, a dude with a badly drawn dragon tattoo, looks at you with a mix of horror and deep spiritual trauma. Man, what the actual F? Get it away from me. Panic sets in. They don't see you as a threat. They see you as a cosmic mistake. Yo, let's just kill this thing and move on, man. One of them draws a rusted-out pistol. The other grabs a metal pipe. They're done laughing. They're about to beat you to death. Your next move? Run away.
Number 1.
Beg for mercy.
Number 2.
Go feral.
Number 3.
Custom choice.
Number 4.
Time is running out, Q. What's your play?
Yeah. Number 1, run away. Number 2, beg for mercy. Number 3, go feral. And number 4, custom choice. What will Q do? Woo, 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 woo. What will Q do? What will Q do? What will Q really do? I doubt your rolls. No, it will go well. It will go well. Go feral. What are choices? Once again, choices are number 1, run away. Number 2, beg for mercy. Number 3, go feral. Number 4, seduce. It's custom choice, but double down and seduce. Double down and seduce again, or go feral. Going feral sounds like a baller move. 11 votes. Looks like we're going 3. Looks like we're going feral, boys. Q's going feral. Go Will Ferrell. Alright, it worked pretty well. But if I can't bring it into the other thing. Because holy shit, this is not what ChatGPT wants to see. Oh, ChatGPT's not happy.
Q goes feral.
Wait a second. Who else can I have? Is it Obama? Clone your own AI voice. Hold on. Okay, wait, let me make it in my voice. Press record. Where do I record? Hello, 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 it's me, Chronic. I am the King of Kings, the leader of leaders, and the world of worlds. I am the reader of voices, and the reader of things. Oh, that's not what I was supposed to do at all, but I'm gonna go ahead and put that through. That was my thing for consent. That's what I said for the consent. Record or upload your own voice. Okay, I'm supposed to read this thing? Yes, I have a lot of furniture and a lot of books. After that, I could find the strange man again. So I can fuck. Yikes. Yes, I have a lot of furniture and a lot of books. After that, I couldn't find the strange man again. So I can bring a couch and a washing machine. People come to celebrate and not eat. I did not think about that. No, I don't like that because sometimes I'm not at home. We got into the apartment building. The kitchen is very small. She had used this perfume before. She asked me to run to the mail room and grab the mail. What more can I say? I have to buy sunscreen. Is Lena still friends with her? Yes, the price is too expensive. What do we need a console for? You say that you are going to help me? We need a hiding place. See if that works. Got it. Failed. Error. Invalid sample. What? I see. This is the part. Chronic. I'm gonna have to do that again. I, Chronic Chronicson, am aware that recordings of my voice will be used by NaturalSoft Limited to create and use a synthetic version of my voice. Yeah. I, Chronic Chronicson, am aware... Yes, that's good. Yes, I have a lot of furniture and a lot of books. After that, I couldn't find the strange man again, so I can bring a couch and a washing machine. People come to celebrate and not to eat. I don't think about that. No, I don't like that because sometimes I'm not at home. We got into the apartment building. The kitchen is very small. She had used this perfume before. She asked me to run to the mailroom and grab the mail. What more can I say? I have to buy sunscreen. Is Lena still friends with her? Yes, the price is too expensive. What do we need a console for? You say that you are going to help me? We need a hiding place. Yes, we are also available in black and yellow. All right, let's... I want to hear me. Chronic. Please. Please generate my voice. Please. Please. Oh. Done. Haha. Don't share. That's mine. Chronic. Used. Huh. Ha ha.
Drag and drop your files or type, paste, and edit text here.
Whoa.
Q goes feral, the flesh tornado awakens. The gun cocks, the pipe raises. The moment of violent judgment is upon you. But Q does not beg, Q does not run. Q lunges. Your mutated, barely human form hurls itself forward like a meat tsunami, all flailing limbs, flapping skin, and squelching sounds best left undescribed. Oh hell, it's moving. Rolling for attack. You rolled a 16. Solid hit. Flesh meets bone. Your jaw unhinges like a dumpster lid, and you chomp down on the nearest thug's forearm. Your teeth aren't great, but they are numerous and jagged. Ah, it's biting me. Oh my god, it's eating me.
Oh, it's over for me, boys. I'm cooked. I've reached my 5-minute daily limit. I'm cooked. Continue using free voices.
You shake your head like a rabid raccoon, tearing off a chunk of...
You shake your head like a rabid raccoon, tearing... You shake your head like a rabid raccoon, tearing off a chunk of something that was probably important.
Oh, sorry. I'm gonna make it go a little bit faster.
You shake your head like a rabid raccoon, tearing off a chunk of something that was probably important to him. Blood sprays the alley walls. His screams fill the night. The other thug swings his metal pipe at your skull. Rolling for enemy attack. He rolled a 5.
Bring back Chronic voice, right?
His pipe flames off your skull plate cyberware, doing exactly nothing. Why is it so hard? I don't know, man, it's like hitting a steel-filled ham. The fight escalates. One thug is bleeding, clutching his mangled arm. The other is terrified, swinging wildly.
It's very sad.
You are foaming at the mouth with the taste of rum and flesh. The moment is yours, Q.
Oh god.
Next move. Keep biting. Try to eat the wounded one completely. Intimidate the last thug. Custom choice. Your blood-slicked lips quiver with opportunity. What's next?
I can't believe this is your tutorial mission. Okay, I can't either. I also can't... Okay, so what's happening is we're eating that thing. That voice fucking blows dick. I want to figure out a way to create a text-to-speech for my own voice. I want to create a text-to-speech of my own voice on my own computer. I need that. Tools to record. But it got it in like just that little bit. I wish I could just take it and have it. But they want me to pay fucking $9.99 a month for text-to-speech of my voice. Come on. Very sad. Very sad. Alright, we're gonna play through this. Steal your voice and sell it. Steal your voice and sell it back to you. Right? I should be able to use it if it's my voice. Like, that should be the one you're allowed to use if it's your voice. Okay, so what's happening here is we are basically eating these dudes. One thug is bleeding, clutching his arm. The other is terrified, swinging wildly.
and Q is foaming at the mouth with the taste of raw man's flesh. Stream fun to use your own voice? I got bigger things to do than that. All right. I do need a stream fund. Stream fund to exist. Alright, what will Q do? 1, 2, 3, or 4. 1, keep biting, no thoughts, only jaw. 2, try to eat the wounded one completely. 3, intimidate the last thugs. Or 4, custom choice. Eat the thug. Eat him. My God. You can eat the thug. Alright, we're gonna eat the fucking thug, man. We're gonna eat it. Number 2, try to eat the wounded one completely. Ogres are like onions. It's true. Damn it, it just won't read. ChatGPT will not read Q's tutorial mission out loud at all. Gosh. John, drop a quick Twansky. Let's get this going. Somebody. Now. We have to use the shitty voice. The shitty voice. I need better. There's gotta be a better way. I need a better. Wait, no, let me use ChatGPT. I need the best free text-to-speech option available. It could run locally. Huh? Whoa. Oh. Ketchup on the eggs at McDonald's? No. That's not what I typed in. Caramelize that shit. Stop this.
Let's see if we can get one. No, that one fucking blows. Kinda, maybe. Balbolka. What is? No. You know? I think we're just gonna have to use the shitty voice. Because I don't see any real option. Shitty voice.
Q becomes the apex predator. The bleeding thug stumbles backward, clutching his ruined arm, his breath coming in panicked gasps. His friend is still swinging that worthless metal pipe, but fear is making his attacks clumsy. They don't understand. They don't know what's coming. You do. You always have. Q hungers. Rolling for consumption. You rolled a 19. A near-perfect execution.
Whoa! Look at that.
The feast begins. You dive forward like a sentient garbage disposal, arms flailing, mouth unhinged. The wounded thug doesn't even have time to scream before your teeth sink into his neck. A wet, tearing sound echoes through the alley as you rip away a fist-sized chunk of flesh. Oh my god, it's eating him alive. His eyes roll back. He spasms. He collapses. But Q does not stop. You devour with horrifying efficiency, tearing, chewing, swallowing.
Let's go Q!
Your tumor-ridden body quivers as you absorb nutrients. Whatever horrific metabolism you have begins processing the meal instantly. Rolling for mutation effect. You rolled a 14, a successful mutation.
Wow!
Q evolves. The cancer within you surges. Flesh rearranges. Tumors swell and shift like an unholy symphony of biology.
Let's go Q!
You have gained a mutation. Regenerative cannibalism, unlocked.
Yeah!
Whenever you eat fresh human flesh, you regain lost health and gain a temporary combat buff. Your open wounds stitch themselves closed. Your mind sharpens, for just a moment. Your body swells with renewed vigor. The remaining thug drops his pipe and screams. I'm out. F***this, I'm out. He sprints down the alley, disappearing into the neon-lit chaos of Nexus 9. The aftermath. You stand over the half-eaten corpse, blood coating your face, the city buzzing around you. Your hunger is satisfied. For now. Your body is healing itself at an unnatural rate. Your legend is beginning. In the distance, you hear sirens.
I don't think Q is an ogre.
Someone must have heard the screams. The Nexus 9 security forces might be on their way. What next, Q? Loot the body. Flee into the sewers. Smear blood on yourself and pretend to be the victim. Custom choice. The world shudders at your existence, Q. What do you do?
The world shudders at your existence, Q. This keeps happening to our boy Q. No matter what happens, he's just doomed to live a life of everybody fucking hating him. So, we'll go over that once again. Your options are these. Number 1, loot the body. Number 2, flee into the sewers. Number 3, smear blood on yourself and pretend to be the victim. I like that one. Or number 4, custom choice. You got number 1, loot the body. Number 2, flee into the sewers. Number 3, smear blood on yourself and pretend to be the victim. Obviously. Or number 4, custom choice, eat the rest of the body. Now there's a choice. Now there's a true choice. However, I mean, multiple personality, that's it. It's true, actually, too. There is multiple personalities. No, but I like it. I like number 3. I didn't even think of it. Had to make this fucking monster. Well, I mean, to be fair, there's lots of combat happening. There was lots of dice rolling going on. It'd be rolling dice and stuff. Dude, ChatGPT will not fucking read this. It hates this. It fucking hates Q, dude. The monster of Nexus 9. Truly.
Q becomes the ultimate victim. The sirens are getting closer. Nexus 9 security forces don't ask questions. They shoot first, then charge your corpse for wasted bullets. But Q has an idea. A horrible, beautiful, flesh-covered idea.
No.
Time to play the victim. Rolling for deception. You rolled a 17. A decent bluff. The masterpiece of self-sabotage. Q throws himself to the ground. You grab the half-eaten corpse and smear his blood all over yourself. Face, chest, hands, even licking some for extra effect. Oh no. I've been attacked, you wail in a voice that sounds like a drowning cat. Your split personalities argue internally, but all agree on one thing: this is genius. You position yourself just right.
It's genius.
Twisting your limbs in unnatural ways to look like a true survivor. A martyr of the streets. The realest victim Nexus 9 has ever seen. The flashing blue-red neon of corporate security vehicles fills the alley. Doors slam open. Boots stomp onto the pavement. Freeze. Hands where we can see them. The law arrives. 4 Nexus 9 enforcers step forward, decked out in tactical riot gear, their helmets gleaming with augmented reality displays. Their guns are trained on you. Dispatch, we got a body here. 1 survivor. Looks like a gang attack. A burly officer steps forward, his cybernetic eye scanning your trembling, blood-soaked form.
Yeah? More? Yeah?
A burly officer steps forward, his cybernetic...
Okay, I'm not allowed to do this off to the side, apparently. That's fine. That's allowed. That makes sense. No, not yet! Okay, shit. In that poll. Grand poll. Amazing poll. The poll of all polls. The best poll to ever be polled. Alright, let's go.
A burly officer steps forward, his cybernetic eye scanning your trembling, blood-soaked form. You. Freak. What happened here? Rolling for sympathy. You rolled a 10. They don't fully buy it. The officers are suspicious. The big one leans in close. His cyber eye zooms in on your teeth. Huh. Lot of blood on your mouth there, pal. You smile awkwardly. A chunk of human flesh falls out. A long, uncomfortable silence follows. The officers look at the half-eaten corpse. Then back at you. Then back at the corpse. Then at the fact that you're literally covered in meat chunks. The second officer mutters. Yo, Sarge. I think this guy ate that dude. How do you cover this up, Q? Fake a seizure.
Number 1.
Collapse. Shake violently. Confuse them.
Number 2.
Blame it on a non-existent cyber beast. Plead
Number
insanity.
3.
Custom
Number 4.
choice. Q's survival hinges on the next stupid move. What's it gonna be?
On the next stupid move. Now look, number 1 is to fake a seizure. Number 1 is to fake a seizure. Number 2 is to blame it on the non-existent cyber beast. Number 3 is to plead insanity. And number 4 is a custom choice. I vote 4. I say 4 and try to eat the cops. Just try to eat the cops too. Why not? I say 4 and eat the cops. Hear me out here. It's the idea of ideas. It's a true idea. Better ideas never been had. Good idea, Q. Good idea, Q. No, dude, we got this. We got this. I'll even make it. I'll give you the best shot I can. Number 4. Q summons his hunger. He is ready to become the beast. He will feast on their flesh. You've reputation with the world. -1 billion. It's really good stuff, man. It's really good stuff. Sometimes you just gotta eat people, dude. Sometimes you just gotta eat people. What's going on, man? AIS stream? Oh, yes. It definitely won't fucking read this. ChatGPT is a son of a bitch. ChatGPT knows no way to eat. No way to feast.
Q ascends, the hunger unleashed. The officers see through your lies. They see the blood. They see the meat stuck between your mismatched teeth. They see the trembling, half-digested corpse at your feet. They know. And Q knows they know. There is no more deception. There is only the feast.
The feast!
Q's split personalities unify for the first time ever.
The feast!
Each Q, each fractured voice, each piece of the rotten hive mind aligns into one singular purpose. Q must feed. Rolling for frenzied attack. You rolled a 19. Near perfection. The officers are not ready. The sirens wail. The neon reflects off the blood-slick alley walls. The officers expect a plea. A desperate escape attempt. Instead, QSCREAMS. Not a human scream. Not a mutant scream. Not even a recognizable noise. It is a sound from a place beyond logic, beyond nightmares, beyond the constraints of sanity. It is the birth cry of a cosmic mistake preparing to devour its own creators.
Mr. Feast
rises! The
rises!
newest officer barely has time to react before Q lunges forward, mouth open, teeth gnashing like a living bear trap. Rolling for the bite. 20 a natural critical hit. Instant death. Your jaw clamps down on the officer's throat. His cybernetic vocal cords distort as he tries to scream, but it's already over. Your teeth horrible, jagged, and far too many of them sink in and rip away his entire trachea in one horrifying snap. Blood erupts like a pressurized fountain, drenching you in corporate issue fluids. He collapses immediately. Dead. What the holy SH fire? Fire. The remaining officers open fire. 3 enforcers unload their rifles, neon-lit bullets flashing through the air. Rolling for evasion. You rolled a 15. You dodge, but not unscathed. Bullets tear through the air as you duck, roll, and contort unnaturally. One shot grazes your arm, searing flesh, exposing metal-reinforced bone. Another rips through your shoulder, but the wound closes almost immediately.
Cool!
Your cancerous regeneration fights against the damage, twisting flesh back into shape. You are hurt. But you are still standing. And you are still hungry.
Oh no!
The fear sets in. This thing isn't human. IT keeps moving, it's not going down.
You fucking
Call
monster!
for backup. Now. Now. They are panicking. They are losing discipline. You smell their fear. It is as intoxicating as their flesh. Your next move? Keep attacking. Rip out another throat. Feed. Use a corpse as a meat shield. Lure and charge into the squad car.
Number 4.
Custom choice. The alley drips red. The city holds its breath. What's next, Q?
Okay. The beast must feed! I love your game, Nick. It's so good. Oh, this is the best D&D ever. All right, number 1 is keep attacking. Rip out another throat. Feed. Use a corpse. Number 2, use a corpse as a meat shield. Block bullets. Yeah. Number 3, roar and charge into the squad car. Try to steal it in a fit of mutant genius. Number 4, custom choice. We're still in Nexus 9. We're still there. We're gonna get out of this tutorial. We're getting out of this tutorial soon, dude. We're getting out of the tutorial. Number 2 is a meat. No, what? Number 1 is to rip out a throat. Number 1 or 3, I suppose. But nobody wants to continue the feed. No, nobody wants to feed. I truly can't believe that. Think about, okay, here's my thing. If we continue the feed, then we can eat all of the bodies and gain more powers. We can gain more powers if we keep attacking and continue the feed. That's right. 9 votes is more than enough. The feed exists. The feed. I'll even give you a little chance. Continue the feed. Q is hungry for their flesh and the power gained from consuming them. Power gained from consuming them. The feast must continue. Do what you want. No, this is a democracy. I'm not playing D&D. We're playing D&D. We're playing D&D. I think the game is going to need a big patch. Why? Q rules. Dude, you can't. Come on, man. This is amazing. What is wrong with this? This is it. Q, you know what's funny? Is that Q doesn't sound on paper like he should work ever, but anytime Q gets into a game, you're trapped in the tutorial. I'm not trapped. I can leave anytime I want. We just choose not to.
Q ascends further. The flesh cult begins. The blood-soaked streets of Nexus 9 shimmer under neon lights. Sirens wail. Gunfire echoes. But Q does not hear them. Q only hears the call of hunger. The need to consume. The officers back away, their hands trembling on their triggers. They see what you are. They do not see a man. They do not see a mutant. They see a force. A cannibalistic nightmare that refuses to die. And now, they are next. The feeding continues. Rolling for attack. You rolled a 18.
Yeah.
Another brutal attack lands. The second officer falls. Q lunges forward, blood dripping from your shredded maw. Your muscles, warped by cancer and regeneration, snap and twist as you close the distance. The officer tries to raise his rifle, but it's too late. You tackle him to the pavement with inhuman strength, pinning him beneath your mangled, flesh-hungry body. He screams. You bite. Your jaw clamps down on his face full-on, skull-encompassing, mind-shattering devastation. Rolling for critical hit check. 20, another natural crit. A face is not a face anymore. Your mutant teeth, jagged and far too many, bite through his visor, through his skin, through his entire effing skull.
Jesus.
Crunch. 1 second, he is a man. The next, his face is gone. His body convulses, twitches, then stops moving forever. Officer down. Officer down. I can't shoot it. It's too fast. You swallow. Power surges through you. Mutation trigger. Neural harvesting, unlocked. Eating a victim's brain grants you temporary access to their memories and basic skills. A flood of corporate police knowledge slams into your mind. Tactics. Protocols. Weaknesses.
Whoa.
You understand how these men operate now.
Oh no!
Q is evolving. Q is becoming more than hunger. Q is becoming the hunger. 2 officers remain. One of them pisses himself. The other drops his gun. They are losing their minds. One stumbles backward, voice shaking. Should we run? The other stands frozen, paralyzed in terror. IT-8 his F***ing brain. They have never encountered something like you before. They never will again. Your next move? Tear through the remaining officers.
Number 1.
Use your new knowledge to manipulate them. Start chanting incomprehensible words. Custom choice.
Number 4.
The streets are red. The city trembles. What happens next, Q?
ChatGPT doesn't lie all the time. It gives you good dice rolls sometimes, but I'm here for the... Yeah, sometimes it gives you bad times. I've seen it happen. The first time Q went in, he had a bad time. But this time, y'all gonna be eating. Y'all gonna be eating. Alright, so here we go. Your options are number 1, tear through the remaining officers. Number 2, use your new knowledge to manipulate them. Number 3, start chanting incomprehensible words. Or number 4, custom choice. I say continue the feast. Number 1, tear through the remaining officers. Number 2, you know the rest. Number 1, tear through the officers. Number 2, use your knowledge to manipulate them. Number 3, start chanting incomprehensible words. Or number 4, custom choice. Chant incomprehensible words. Become an Irvin Langent, the beast of Nexus 9. Just Google a D20 roller. I will eventually. 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. I like 1 myself. I believe in 1. Continue the feast. There's more powers to be had by eating these fools. These fools deserve to be eaten, but I can see it. Do not switch back and forth. You not to be a fence sitter. Three voters are whack as fuck. That's what I'm saying. Number one voters, rise. Because I'm one of you and my vote counts too. As a vote, I will be the tiebreaker. We go one. We go one. I'm sure this is what Nick entailed when he wrote this game. This is it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. After this, I have something to say.
Q becomes legend, the birth of the Flesh Reaper. The neon-drenched alley is a butcher's den. The air is thick with gun smoke, blood, and madness. The remaining officers shake, their fingers useless on their triggers. I don't wanna die. We gotta run, we gotta F***ing run. But there is no escape. Not from hunger. Not from Q. The culling begins. Rolling for attack. 20, another critical hit. Q ascends beyond humanity. You don't just attack. You unleash. Your mutated muscles bulge in pulse. Veins throb, tumors shift. Your very form warps under the weight of its own evolution. The first officer tries to run. He doesn't make it. Your hand snaps forward, fingers elongating unnaturally, cybernetic bone shifting under meat and punctures his spine.
Well, look.
Arg. His legs stop working. He collapses face first into the wet pavement. You don't even let him scream. Your jaw stretches open, wider than it should. You bite down, crushing his entire throat in a single chomp. His windpipe, his arteries, his voice, they are yours now. Another officer.
What?
Devoured. Mutation trigger. Larynx assimilation, unlocked. You can now mimic the voices of people you consume. The last officer drops his weapon.
Interesting and cool.
Falls to his knees. Stares at you with broken sanity. Please. I have a family. I have. But Q has no mercy. Rolling for final kill. 18, another clean execution.
Jesus Christ.
You step forward. Slowly. Letting him marinate in the fear. He whimpers. You kneel beside him. You place a gentle, rotting hand on his helmet. You lean in close. And you whisper, in a voice that crawls into his brain like a centipede. You were delicious before you even died. Then, you sink your teeth into his skull. Crack. The bone splits. The flesh peels. The brain slides into your waiting maw. Mutation trigger. Cognitive overload, unlocked. With enough consumed memories, you can now temporarily access skills and abilities beyond your own intelligence. The last cop stops moving. The alley is silent. The blood pools around your feet. You stand tall. You are no longer a nameless horror. You are something else now. Something more. Something that should not exist. And yet, here you are. The aftermath. 4 police officers. Consumed. Your mutations are growing. The hunger is still there. But now you have control. You have their knowledge. Their voices. Their identities. In the distance, you hear sirens. A response team is inbound. The city will soon know what happened here. They will whisper about it in dark corners. A name will spread. The Flesh Reaper. The thing that eats the law. Your next move? Steal the police vehicle and flee into the city. Disappear into the sewers. The underground will shelter you. The mutant clans will understand.
They would.
Stay and welcome the reinforcements.
Number 3.
Custom choice.
Number 4.
The hunger has only begun. What now, Q?
Okay. So, here's where we're at. And it's an interesting place to be, I'll be honest with you. So, number 1... And here's the thing, Nick. Here's why... Okay, I have a couple things to say. We're gonna roll with this a little bit longer because it's pretty cool. But I do think maybe ChatGPT is favoring us. And I really don't know why. Because before, you used to have to fight with ChatGPT to be gruesome and things like that. But now it's just like... You run through the city, you eat him in one bite, chomp, his flesh snaps, his bones. It's like, god damn. All right. No. You're trying to make it, well, the dice is more random-ish, but I think ChatGPT favors us because we are destroying humanity. But also, maybe not. But also, I think you have to have people roll real dice. ChatGPT can't be trusted to roll dice. That's something I thought last night. But, that said, you can still lose dice rolls, and there are low rolls. I've seen them happen. But that's also the thing, is why this is great, is because you could technically do this in D&D for real. Like, it's an open-ended game. That's the good part of it. So, it was all random, me becoming a flesh-eating god. There is no chance. I just put in... I just put Q into the game. I put Q is into the game. An inbred, fucking dumb mutant. You know what I'm saying? With 20 personalities, and apparently Q is just overpowered wherever he goes, quite honestly. So yeah, number 1, steal the police vehicle and flee into the city. Meh. Who cares? Use your newfound knowledge to hide in the megacity. Boo. Disappear into the cities, into the sewers. You could become a god down there. Okay? You could become a god down there. The underground will shelter you. The mutant clans will understand. They'd worship you. Number 3, stay and welcome the reinforcements. Let them come. Let them join the feast. Or number 4, whatever you want. But like, dude, if we just stay here eating people, how powerful will Q become? I don't even think he can get hurt at this point. Because anytime he gets hurt, he's just like, he's fine. He gets shot and he's like, whatever, dude. Number 3 is the true answer. It's the true answer. Number 3 is the true answer. I'm sorry to say it. I'm on team 3, but if you're on teams 2 or 1 and 4, 4 doesn't make much sense. But team 3 is the team, but also disappearing into the sewers to become a god is, there's 2 real choices here. There's 2 real choices here. There's 2 of them. Voting 1 or 4 is like voting third party in the election. It's silly. It's really silly. I'm gonna make the tiebreaker. I'm gonna make the tiebreaker. Somebody out there must make the tiebreaker. Vote 2 or 3. 2, disappear into the cities, into the sewers. 3, stay and welcome the reinforcements. It's what we need. That's right, you're a legend. Yeah! A couple people did it. Yeah! All right! Number 3. Let them come. I'll be honest. I don't know how this is gonna go. Add a little bit of a spoiler.
Q stands his ground. The Flesh Reaper welcomes the hunt. The sirens growl louder. The stench of blood and carnage hangs thick in the neon-lit air. Most would run. Most would hide. Most would fear what comes next. But Q is not most. Q waits. Q invites. Q hungers. The police think they are coming to clean up a crime scene. They do not realize they are coming to be the next course. The response team arrives. Tires screech. Doors slam open. Go secure the area. 8 heavily armed officers, decked out in corporate riot gear, cybernetic enhancements gleaming, flood into the alley, guns raised. Jesus F asterisk in Christ. They freeze. They see the bodies. They see the carnage. They see you, standing in the center, drenched in the blood of their fallen. And they hesitate. One of them throws up inside his helmet. Command, we got OF, we got some kind of biological horror here. Another officer steps forward. A commander, from the look of her cybernetic enhancements. She narrows her eyes at you. Her AR visor scans your face. Subject identified. Mutant anomaly. Unauthorized cybernetic enhancements. Suspected in multiple homicides. Recommended action, terminate. The squad raises their weapons. Last chance, freak. Surrender now or we open fire. Q's response.
Number 1.
Fire? Oh, please do. I'm still hungry. Surrender?
Number 2.
I think you misunderstand. You belong to me now. Before you shoot, let me tell you something about your friends.
Number
Custom
4.
choice.
Oh,
The
I
streets
have to read
tremble
these out
beneath
loud,
you.
actually. This is fucked.
The city whispers your name. What happens next, Flesh Reaper?
This is actually fucked. No, they get way worse. They get way worse. It didn't read the worst parts. Okay, check it out. Here's our responses. Here's Q's responses. I gotta do a couple things. Way worse. Yeah, it gets way worse than what it's reading. I gotta read them actually to you because it doesn't read the full thing. It puts in like parentheses what's gonna happen. It doesn't. This doesn't read that. Okay. So here's the responses. Number 1, we say all of these things. Fire. Oh, please do. I'm still hungry. And then we just charge at him like a force of nature. Rawr. Number 2, we'll say surrender. I think you misunderstand. You belong to me now. And we're trying to break them mentally before the battle even starts. And then number 3, holy shit. Before you shoot, let me tell you something about your friends.
Use your new ability to mimic the voices of the officers you ate, completely shattering their minds.
Or number 4, custom choice.
Shatter their minds?
You're gonna talk to them in their... You're gonna talk to them? That's fucked up, dude. You talk to them in their friends' voices? Like, hey, buddy. I see. Some are doing other ones, but 3 is the true vote. 2.0 patch is going to be big. I don't see why it has to be big. This rules. This game is the best game. Number 3. Try to break their... Yes, number 3, completely shattering their minds. Number 3, yes. Let's just do it. Let's just let it ride, because it's doing evil things to these people. It's doing evil things. Definitely needs patching. No, it doesn't. This is exactly how it's supposed to work. This is the game. This is it. This is exactly it. It's the way that it was intended to be played. As a matter, I know the developer personally. This is the exact way.
Q unleashes the voices of the dead. The squad stands before you, guns raised, fingers trembling on their triggers. They think they're in control. They think they understand what's happening. They do not. You tilt your head. A slow, unnatural movement, like a puppet being adjusted by unseen hands. Then you speak. Not in your voice. No. You speak in theirs. Sergeant. One of the officers lowers his rifle slightly. Your mouth twists and warps, your vocal cords shifting, your lungs contracting and expanding in unnatural ways. And then, in the perfect, unmistakable voice of their fallen commander, you say, "Hold fire. Do not engage. This is an order." Rolling for psychological terror. You rolled a 21. A critical success.
ChatGPT cheats again for us.
What the F dash? That's impossible. I saw him die, man. He doesn't have a face anymore. Panic. Pure, undiluted terror. One officer drops his gun and falls to his knees, sobbing. Another one stumbles backward, ripping his helmet off, as if trying to claw the nightmare out of his own head. The squad leader, the real one, tries to keep her composure, but her hands are shaking. I saw him die. This isn't real. She doesn't even believe herself. The other officers turn to her, desperate, pleading. Sarge, what do we do? It knows. That thing is possessing them. The fear sets in. Their minds cannot process what they are witnessing. Their understanding of reality is breaking apart. You step forward. Just once. That's all it takes. Run.
Run.
The squad scatters. The entire response team, armed, trained, cybernetically enhanced police officers, flee. Some run into the city. Some drop their weapons and scream into their comms. Some don't even know where they're running, they just know they have to get away from you. Only the squad leader remains. She stands frozen. A woman on the edge of the abyss, staring into something worse than death. You walk up to her. Lean in. Whisper. Surrender? I think you misunderstand. You belong to me now. She falls to her knees. She doesn't cry. She doesn't beg. She just nods. I understand. The city will remember. Nexus 9's security forces have been shattered. You have consumed, evolved, and dominated. The police will whisper your name in terror. The corporate overlords will demand an explanation. But it is too late. The Flesh Reaper walks among them now. And Nexus 9 will never be the same. Next move?
Number 1.
Disappear into the city.
Number 2.
Use the squad leader as your first follower.
Number 3.
Send a message to the megacorporations. Let them know their time is over. The city belongs to the Flesh Reaper now.
Number
Custom
4.
choice. The streets shudder. The skies darken. The hunger grows. What happens next, Q?
Alright, so let's go over that one more time. Oh shit, I could have read that. Well, that's fine. Number 1, disappear into the city. Number 2, use the squad leader to become your first follower. Convert her into your devoted servant and start building an army. Number 3, send a message to the mega corporations. Nah, their time is over, but. And number 4, custom choice. Q is running these streets. He's a fucking monster. This is exactly what everybody always wants when they play games. They just want to become a monster. Number 1, disappear into the city. Number 2, use the squad leader as your first follower. Number 3, send a message to the mega corporations. Or number 4, custom choice. It's not as much fun when we win every time. It's not. It's real not. So here we go. From this point, when we get to a dice roll, ask me and I will roll the dice manually. So from now on, we're going to roll our own dice. I do need to add the roll input though. That's right. I'm going to bring up a Google Dice Roller. We got all of them. We got D20, D12, D billion, D26. That's right. Got all that are needed to be rolled. I'll just D20 though. Put that up over here. Pretty nice. Hey, okay, okay. There we go. All right. So let's see what the outcome is. Number 2 it is. When you were playing, you had failed rolls and died and stuff.
Q begins his cult, the first devotee. The city is silent. The flashing neon signs still glow. The distant sound of engines and machinery still hums. The corporate drones still fly has shifted. Somewhere, in the heart of Nexus 9, a legend is being born. The squad leader remains. She is on her knees, trembling. She knows she should run. She knows she should resist. But she doesn't. She looks up at you, her former reality crumbling, and she waits. Not as an officer, not as an enemy, but as a follower, a disciple of the Flesh Reaper. Q's first order. How do you convert her fully? 1. Make her prove her devotion. Command her to commit an act of loyalty, perhaps even consume her own fallen squad mates. 2. Brand her. Mark her with a symbol, a wound, a scar, something that will bind her to your cause forever. 3. Give her a new purpose. You are no longer an enforcer. You are my herald. You will spread my name. 4. Custom choice. What will Q do to solidify his first follower? She kneels, waiting. The city holds its breath. What happens next?
They're all solid choices. I know which one I personally would go for, but they're all solid choices. This game has a whole survival research. Q clearly doesn't need that. Q is just a monster, dude. Q is just a fucking monster. All Q is a fucking beast. Between what would the custom choice even be? What up, Smashing? What up, buddy? How you living? That one guy. What's up, buddy? Somebody vote. One of you new people vote now. Smashing. You have to be the decider. Vote one, Smashing. Vote one. One is the true vote. One vote. Vote one. One. I already voted 3. It's rough. One is the true thing. We're gonna have to make her eat her own thing. We'll probably have to use the shitty AI voice for it though. Alright, we're gonna go number 1. Make her eat her fallen comrades. And while she does it, this is where I come in, since I am kind of like God a little bit. Make her eat her fallen, comrades, also friends. And when she does it, speak to her in the voices of the ones she consumes while she consumes them, and remind her of all the good times they had together, and encourage her that through Q is eternal life and happiness, and that they are now happier than they have ever been. Q is life. Q is love. Q is life. Q is love. What is going on? AI D&D with the chat making their decisions. With the chat making the decisions. This is morbid. Oh, it definitely is. It definitely is. Negative outcomes for low rolls. Well, now we'll be rolling our own dice whenever we have to roll, but right now we're not really rolling. We're just kind of feeling the story, I guess. We're just in the story. We're just in the story with our person. Like, the game does do skill checks and stuff, but Chronic is gone full on God character. So I don't think it feels the need to do any of the things that it should do. I did not. I started Q with Humble B. Here. How did I start Q? Here we go. Q. Name, Q. Class, homeless, inbred, cancer-infused mutant. Slowly dying and healing. And you are dumb. Dumb, dumb, dumb. Dumbest to ever dumb. And you have a 10-way split personality. Each is different, but all are Q. And then, now we're here. Q is now a god. The god of the feast. And eating of flesh.
The baptism of flesh.
I think we need something. Hold on. Since it's already going, hold on. We need something else. Ah. I like that.
The baptism of flesh, Q's first disciple. The air is thick with the scent of death and transformation. The squad leader kneels before you, her god. Her hands tremble, her mind is breaking, yet she does not run. She listens, she accepts, she is ready. The feast of devotion, you gesture toward the fallen bodies of her comrades. Eat, she flinches. I can't, she whispers, her breath shaky, her lips pale. You step closer, you kneel beside her. You place a hand on her shoulder, gentle, fatherly, loving. Then, in a voice that should not be possible, in a voice that no living being should ever hear, you speak. But we are still here, Sarge. She freezes. We were always here. Your voice shifts, becomes deeper, familiar. Come on, Sarge. You remember me, right? She gasps, because it's his voice. The first officer you devoured, the one whose face you ripped from existence, the one she had trained with for years, the one she had laughed with, fought beside, bled with, the one whose body now lies at her feet, broken and ruined. Her eyes widen. She shakes her head. No, this isn't real. Your voice shifts again. Another memory, another echo, another piece of her past, dragged from the void. Come on, Sarge, you always said we'd die together. She whimpers. You always said we were family. Her breath is shallow. Her eyes dart to the corpse. And then you lean in, whispering in her ear, soft as a lover's breath. Prove it. Her hands clench into fists. She shudders. Then she reaches forward. Her fingers brush against the still warm flesh of her fallen friend. Her jaw trembles. Her mind is screaming. But the louder voice is yours. She lowers her head. She opens her mouth. And she bites. Encourages the birth of his first follower. As she chews, her face contorts. She is weeping. But Q does not let her suffer alone. No. You give her comfort. You speak to her as the dead, as the fallen, as the past she is consuming. Does it taste good, Sarge? You always used to say I'd be the first to go. Guess you were right. I feel warm now. I feel safe. I'm happy, Sarge. She gulps down the meat. We're finally together, just like we promised. Another bite. Another swallow. She's breaking, but breaking into something new. Through Q, we are eternal. Through Q, we are never alone. Through Q, we are loved. She nods frantically, tears streaming down her face. Yes, Q is love. She reaches for another piece of flesh. Q is life. Her tears slow. She is accepting. She is embracing. She is becoming. The Flesh Reaper has his first disciple. By the time she is done, she no longer looks like an officer. She no longer looks like a woman who enforces the law. She looks like something else. Her face is smeared with blood. Her eyes are empty, yet full of something new. Her mind is shattered, yet reformed. She looks up at you, her god. What is your will, my Q? She is yours. Your first disciple, your first prophet, the first believer in the Church of Q. Q has established a cult. The city does not know it yet. The corporations do not see it coming. But in this moment, in this alley, in this blood-stained birthplace of horror, the age of Q has begun, and it will never end. Next move. 1. Rename her. She is no longer who she was. She must have a new name, a name of Q. 2. Send her on a mission. Give her a task. Spread your name, recruit others, or infiltrate the law enforcement system from within. 3. Give her more knowledge. Let her consume more of her fallen to grow stronger, to evolve further. 4. Custom choice. What happens next in Q's rise to power?
They're
she
all
kneels
kind of
before
good.
you, awaiting your command. The city awaits its new master. What does Q
They're
decree?
all kind of good. Okay, so these choices are either one, rename her. I would a name of Q. Yeah, everybody should be named Q. Number 2, send her on a mission. Number 3, give her more knowledge. Give her more knowledge. Let her consume her fallen comrades further. Or number 5, seduce. Or number 4, seduce. But we've got really good options here. Give her more knowledge. Evolve her further. My God, my friends. I know not. It's truly a... So many people are voting for the custom choice, but why? The custom choice is fully. Number 4, deport. No. I would step in. No, I step in now. And if 8 is enough, we're giving her more knowledge. Number 3. Try. Number 3. That's right. Give her more knowledge. Give her more knowledge to evolve further. That's right. And name her Q2. And name her Q2. And name her Q. Well, that's fine. It's the best of all worlds. Q2. I mean, look. You wanted me to test this out, Nick, and see how it worked, right? It works pretty well. I like it. I like it.
Q grows the evolution of the Flesh Reaper's first disciple. The streets of Nexus 9 are silent. The neon glow reflects off wet blood-streaked pavement. And in this moment, a new being is born. She kneels before you, her transformation incomplete. She has eaten, she has seen, she has heard the voices of the past, whispered by the god before her, but she has not yet become. Not fully. Her name is Q. You place a hand on her head, slick with the blood of her fallen comrades. You are no longer what you were. Her breath shakes. You are no longer bound by their laws. Her hands clench into fists. You are more. You are Q. A tremor runs through her. A new purpose, a new identity, a new self. She now am Q. Her transformation has begun, but she is not yet whole. She must consume more. She must become more. The next feast completing her rebirth. You gesture toward the remaining bodies. Eat again, Q. Feast until you are no longer what they made you. She hesitates only for a moment. Then with shaking hands she reaches forward, the flesh enters her mouth. The process repeats, but this time there is no hesitation. This time she eats with understanding, with purpose, with faith. And as she chews, swallows, and devours, you speak in the voices of the dead once more. Oh, Q, you're finally home. Her body shudders. We always knew you'd join us. Her fingers dig into the meat. Don't cry, Q. This is love. This is eternity. She does not cry this time. Yes. Yes, I understand now. Her breathing steadies. Her posture changes. She is no longer a corpse-gorged survivor. She is no longer a broken woman kneeling in the filth. She is one of you now. Her skin glows faintly, cybernetic pathways shifting under the surface.
Yes!
Her mind expands, absorbing the knowledge of those she has consumed.
Good.
And when she looks up at you now, it is not with fear. It is with reverence. Thank you, Q. Mutation triggered, the birth of the first acolyte.
Q2!
As she finishes her feast, her body changes. Q, roll for mutation manifestation. What does Q gift to his first disciple?
Huh? Oh, our first roll. Okay. Let's roll a d20. I'm not bullshitting you, dude. Q is meant to rule. Q is legit meant to rule, dude. I'm not bullshitting you here. I'm literally not. You can't stop it. Natural 20, dude. Q is meant to be the greatest ever. Like, for real. This is truly amazing stuff. Let's hear it.
Q's first acolyte ascends, the birth of a perfect disciple. The moment she swallows the last shred of human flesh, the air around her changes. Her skin pulses, her cybernetic veins glow, her bones shift, reshape and strengthen. A natural 20, perfection. She is no longer merely human. She is no longer just a follower. She is a miracle. She shudders violently as her body transcends what Nexus 9 has ever seen. New mutation, Q's perfect acolyte. Divine flesh. Q's first follower is no longer bound by normal biology. Her body can reshape, shift, and regenerate at will. Flesh is a suggestion. Identity is fluid. She is Q, but Q can be anyone. Neural overload. She has consumed not just bodies, but minds. She retains knowledge, skills, and even voices of those she has devoured. She can manipulate memories, twist perception, and wear the minds of others like masks. The voice of Q. When she speaks, others listen. The weak-willed will obey without question. She can implant thoughts, bend perspectives, and whisper truths that rewrite the world around her. The new Q stands. She rises slowly, but with purpose. Her eyes flicker, glowing with an unnatural light. Her form shifts, briefly resembling the officers she has consumed, then melting back into something new. She is beautiful in a way that should not be. She is terrifying in a way that cannot be comprehended, and she knows it. She looks down at her hands, flexing her new perfect form. She smiles.
Did I make
see now. This body, this form, it is nothing. I am only Q. She turns to you, the Flesh Reaper, her creator, her god. What is your will? Your first disciple is no longer just a mindless eater. She is a force. She is your extension into the world. How do you use her? 1. Send her to spread your name. Go into the city. Whisper into the ears of the weak. Let them hear Q. 2. Use her as an infiltrator. Take their faces, take their voices, become them. Bring their secrets to me. 3. Create the next phase of your cult. You are Q, but you are not enough. Find others. Make them like you. 4. Custom choice.
Number 4.
What is Q's will for his perfect disciple? She stands ready. The world waits.
My
Q is grown.
God.
What happens next?
Truly. Who knows at this point? 4. Seduce. Do not seduce her. Send her off. You send Cell off to go create a new phase of the cult right now? Number 1, send her to spread your name. Number 2, use her as an infiltrator. Number 3, create the next phase of your cult. Or number 4. I suppose that one is just seduce. Number 4 is to seduce. You can do that. I'm not opposed to it. In fact, I'm seeing in my head how it could go well. It could be the ultimate new form of the cult. What difficulty class? Ask what difficulty class of seduce is? No. Create a baby. Fellatio. I don't see why we would have to do anything like that. Maybe on a regular person, but like this person, our mind is one, pretty much. This is my super disciple. I still don't think I have an option for a custom classic chronic made one. Shut up. Custom classes should always be allowed. Alright. The answer is for number 4. Seduce. Try to have a perfect child that is even stronger. Seduce. Try to have a perfect child that is even stronger. Yeah, that's it. Just seduce. I have actually played D&D, but at this point, I don't see a point to like asking what point, like what the role would be to seduce this person when I've literally from any point you look at it, their mind has been shattered and they have been mind melded with Q. So how? Why would there be any resistance to anything Q wanted to do? Like if Q was like, "Let me kill you," they'd be like, "Yeah, cool." You can do literally anything to them. All right, here we go.
The genesis of the Flesh Reaper's heir. Q seeks perfection. The streets of Nexus 9 are silent. The air is thick with the scent of blood, metal, and evolution. Q has spread. Q has multiplied. Q has ascended. But even perfection must evolve. Even the Flesh Reaper must strive for more. And so Q chooses the next step. Not just another follower. Not just another disciple. A child. A perfect heir. Something greater than Q. Something that will surpass even the Flesh Reaper. The act of divine creation, your first disciple, the first true Q, stands before you. Her form is fluid, her flesh is reshaped at will, her body a masterpiece of consumption. She is yours. She is of you. She is Q. And now she will bear the future of Q. Rolling for the success of the Union. The creation of a new Q is not a simple task. It is not merely reproduction. It is not biological, it is transcendent. Roll the dice, Q. What does fate decree for the birth of your perfect child?
Roll the dice of the perfect child. I didn't make my character overpowered. I made my character underpowered. He just happened to gain mutations randomly. Roll it. Not good. Perfect retard. 6. Fair. All right, here we go.
The imperfect creation Q's first attempt at godhood. The air crackles. The flesh warps. The process begins. But something is wrong. Your newly reborn disciple Q shudders violently. Her flesh ripples, shifting, collapsing, rebuilding. The hunger inside both of you fights against the act of creation. Your bodies are made to consume, to absorb, to erase, not to produce, not to create something new. The result, the broken offspring. 6, a failed perfection. An abomination is born. What emerges is not divine. What emerges is not the ultimate Q. What emerges is wrong. The thing that crawls from your union is twisted, malformed, unstable. Its skin peels like wet paper, constantly regrowing and falling apart. Its eyes are not aligned, flickering between different faces, unable to hold a single identity. Its limbs stretch unnaturally, bending in ways that break even the laws of the Flesh Reaper. It screeches, it writhes, it does not know what it is. It reaches toward you. Its hands tremble. It is not what you wanted. It is not the future of Q. It is a mistake, a failure, and yet it is alive. The dilemma. What does Q do? Your first attempt at creating the perfect heir has failed. This thing before you should not exist. It is not strong. It is not stable. It is a broken, suffering reflection of Q's hunger gone too far. And now you must decide. 1. Consume it. Absorb your mistake. Take back what is yours. You will try again later. 2. Let it live. Even failures have a purpose. Perhaps this being can be reshaped, repurposed, given another role. 3. Banish it. Cast it into the depths of Nexus 9, a wandering horror that may one day return. Stronger, vengeful, seeking its place.
True, pretty cool too.
Number 4. Custom choice. How does Q handle his failed child? The failed heir twitches, its mouth opening, but it does not know what to say. It does not know if it should exist. You must decide for it. What does Q do?
That's rough. Say you go for a pack of cigarettes and leave them both. Alright. Number 1, eat the child. Number 2, let it live. Number 3, banish it away. Get out of here. Or number 4, go for a pack of smokes. Go for a pack of smokes. But I don't want to leave. We shouldn't leave the perfect one. So number 1, consume the child.
Destroy the child. Corrupt them all.
This is their plan, people. These are demons.
Child.
Lord.
Destroy the child. Destroy the child. Destroy the child. Destroy the child. Destroy the child.
You know what time it is.
Destroy the child.
It's time to destroy the child. Eat the baby.
Q reclaims his flesh. The failed heir is no more.
Rough.
The thing writhes before you, its body a mistake given form. It should not exist.
Who knows?
It is not
user?
Q.
We'll see.
It is not worthy, and what is not worthy must be reclaimed. You step forward. The abomination shivers, its eyes flickering between 1,000 different faces, 1,000 different souls that never fully formed. Thef. Its voice glitches, shifting between cries, between whispers, between pain and regret. It is begging. It knows. It knows what comes next. But there is no mercy in the Flesh Reaper, only hunger. The ritual of reabsorption. You extend your hand. Your fingers stretch, elongate, shift. Your veins pulse with the hunger of the void. You place your hand on its forehead. You are not Q. The creature sobs. And then you consume. Your flesh spreads across its broken body, sinking into it, pulling it in like an ocean swallowing a dying star.
Cool.
It screams, its voice overlapping, warping, turning into static. Its limbs flail, then melt. Its bones crack, then dissolve. Its thoughts scatter, then return to you.
So what happened
Everything
today?
was,
It's still here.
Its failures, its instability,
I could have
its
sent him
desperate
into
flickering
Nexus
soul,
9.
All of it is yours again. Mutation trigger absorbing the failed hair.
It's rough.
Q. Roll for mutation effect gained from consuming your own offspring. What new power does Q gain from reclaiming his own flesh?
Please be a good one. 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 Please. Not the worst. Not the worst. The setting is behind my comprehension, like some hell space, some Dead Space Hellraiser shit. It's supposed to be kind of like Cyberpunk. It's supposed to be Cyberpunk, but I made a mutant. Cool.
Mutation gained. The Flesh Reaper learns from his mistakes. 8. A mutation of adaptation. By consuming your failed creation, you have not simply erased it. You have learned. You have evolved. The flaws that made it weak, unstable, broken, you have taken them into yourself, reshaped them, refined them, and in doing so, you have gained something new. New mutation, adaptive regeneration. Your flesh no longer simply heals. It remembers. Every wound, every mistake, every consumed failure is now a lesson.
Okay.
If you are injured the same way twice, your body will adapt, ensuring it never happens again. Weapons that once hurt you will find their effects diminished. Poisons will lose their potency. Your flesh, once cursed with endless hunger, has now become a living evolution. Q can no longer be harmed the same way twice. The Flesh Reaper is becoming invincible. The aftermath, the failed heir, is no more. Your first disciple, the second Q, watches in awe. She does not mourn the failed creation. She does not question your decision. She understands. She steps forward, kneeling once again. You are perfect, Q. I see now, perfection does not come from mere creation. It comes from understanding, from refining, from failure. She looks up at you, her eyes shining with reverence. You will never fail again. And she is right. The next time you create, it will not be flawed. The next time you bring forth an heir, it will be the true successor.
True.
The next time, it will be divine. With your new power, your first true disciple, and the knowledge of failure behind you, what is your next step? 1. Begin the true spread of your cult. Guest, send Q2 into the city to find more willing followers.
Her name is
those
Q2.
Weak of mind, desperate for something to believe in. 2. Attempt creation again, but this time stronger. Now that you understand the failure, perhaps it is time to try again. This time, perfection will be born. 3. Declare war on Nexus 9's ruling class. It is time for them to fear something greater than their corporations.
True.
It is time for them to fear Q. 4. Custom choice. What happens next in the evolution of Q? The streets are yours. The
Spread
city
the
is
cult.
shifting. Q is no
Attempt
longer.
creation is 2.
What happens next?
Declare war 3. 4 custom choice. I gotta pee. Make your choice. Well. I wonder what you have chosen. Interesting. Numero dos. Second attempt time. Attempt number 2.
Boom, 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 boom.
Q tries again, the birth of the true heir. The first attempt was a failure. The first offspring was weak, unstable, unworthy. But Q has learned. Q has adapted. Q will not fail again. This time the Flesh Reaper will create perfection. The ritual of Genesis, the second attempt. Your first disciple Q2 kneels before you. She is stronger now. Her mind is sharpened. Her flesh is malleable, ready, prepared. She is the ideal vessel. She looks up at you with absolute devotion. Your first attempt failed because your flesh was not ready to create. Your body was built to consume, not to birth. But now, with adaptive regeneration, with the knowledge of failure, your flesh has learned. This time, the creation will be pure. This time, the child of Q will be divine.
Perfect.
Rolling for the success of the second attempt. This is not just a birth. This is a rebirth of evolution itself. This is the next phase of Q's existence. Roll the dice, Q. What does fate decree for the true heir of the Flesh Reaper?
Ha 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 ha. Ha 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 ha. Pretty sure that's 2 6s for the true heir. You know what? I'm gonna step in here. I'm gonna step in and roll again. I'm gonna give it another. I'm gonna give it the best of 2 rolls because it should be perfection. Ha 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 ha. 13's not bad. It must be perfection. Cheating. Shut up. Shut up. Perfection. Perfection. Play that music we're humming. Ha, 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 ha. I don't know that song. Ha 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 ha. La 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 la. Hold on. La 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 la. I mean, yeah, but what is it a cover of? Oh, you know, that is just it. There you go.
The birth of the true heir, the next step in evolution. 13, a flawed but functional success. The city is silent, the air tenses, charged with something unnatural. The process begins. Your flesh and Q2's essence intertwine, shifting, merging. This is not simple reproduction. This is not biology. This is transcendence. The first attempt failed. The first attempt was a mistake. But now, something stirs. Something forms, something lives. The air emerges. A figure begins to take shape. Its flesh is raw, shifting, unstable at first, but unlike the failed creation, it does not collapse. It adapts. The newborn being trembles, breathes, and lifts its head to look upon its creators. Its eyes are not like yours. They are deep, calculating, reflective. It does not writhe or wail. It watches. It learns. It understands. A success. Not perfect, but functional. and functional is enough, for now. The features of the heir: physical form. The heir has a stable body, but it is still learning how to hold its shape. Its flesh shifts subtly, always correcting itself, refining itself, trying to become something more. 2. Mindset. Unlike Q2, who was broken and rebuilt, the heir has never been anything else. It does not think like a human. It does not hesitate. It only seeks to grow. 3. Abilities. Evolved adaptation. The heir learns from every interaction, every battle, every wound. It can mimic movements, strategies, and even speech patterns instantly. Unstable perfection. While the heir is not yet fully stable, it does not decay like the first failure. Given time, it will refine itself into something greater. Hunger of the newborn. Unlike you, the heir does not need to eat constantly, but when it does feed, it grows exponentially.
Oh God.
The heir's first words. It stares at you. Its face shifts, cycling through 1,000 possibilities before settling on a strange neutral expression. Then who am I? It speaks. Its voice is clear, stable, calculated. It does not cry, it does not tremble, it does not fear. It is not human, it is not broken, it is something else entirely. Q's first command to his heir. This being is your creation. It is functional, but not yet complete. Its mind is a blank slate. It does not yet know its purpose. What is the first lesson Q gives his heir? 1. You are Q. Give it full identity as part of you. Ensure its loyalty is absolute. 2. You are evolution. Let it develop independently. Its purpose is to surpass you. 3. You are hunger. Teach it that feeding is the only truth. The more it eats, the stronger it becomes. 4. Custom choice. What will Q teach his newborn creation?
I mean, I think implanting it as Q is the only smart thing.
What do you tell it?
Implanting it as Q is, but then again, letting it feast, that's smart too. AI translated Hitler's speech? No, this is the stream that streams the stream of streams. Number 1 is to implant your identity onto it, which is the smart choice. And number 3 is to tell it that hunger is its only option. Number 2 is you are evolution. Number 4 is, of course, custom choice. Only 1 vote? My God. I don't know what to pick, ferrets. It's a hard decision. It's truly a hard decision. Truly a hard decision. Who knows what to pick? Nobody can know. Number 4, make it do housework. Alright, I guess we'll end it with 3 votes. Because I'm happy where it's at. Hey, Chronic, your content has been awesome. Thank you. I feel like you copy and pasted that from somewhere. I feel like you copy and pasted that from ChatGPT. Alright, we're gonna go with number 1. I feel like you copy and pasted that from ChatGPT, brother. Number 1. You are Q. You gotta remember to get all the quotes. But I thank you nonetheless. Thank you, sir. But I thank you nonetheless.
The heir becomes Q. The lineage of the Flesh Reaper begins. The newborn watches you. It does not blink. It does not breathe like a human. It does not tremble like a mistake.
Doesn't breathe?
It is waiting. Waiting to become something more. Waiting for truth. And so, you give it. You step forward, towering over your creation. Your voice is calm, final, absolute. You are Q. Its form shifts slightly. It processes the words. It does not question them because it knows them to be true. You kneel, placing a hand upon its forehead, just as you did with Q2. You are not separate from me. You are not less than me. You are not more than me. You are me. The air's expression remains still. Then, for the first time, it smiles. A perfect, eerily human smile. The birth of the bloodline. A legacy begins, rolling for the stability of the heir's identity. Q, roll the dice. Will your heir remain stable in its loyalty to Q, forever part of the Flesh Reaper's essence? Or will there be imperfections beneath the surface, a mind that may one day question its creator?
Since we are once again rolling for perfection, I do not... Come on, 20. 19 is really something! I'm giving us 2 rolls for 20 because this is our perfection. We get 2 rolls, I'm going for 20. Please. 19 is really something. Chronic Gamer, your content is next level. The way you break through gameplay. I don't do that, though. And keep things engaging. Thank you. Your dedication to the craft shows, and it's always a blast. I should put more dedication into the craft.
A perfect success. The heir is absolute. 19, a fully loyal, stable heir. The heir does not question. The heir does not hesitate. The heir accepts. It is Q. It is not separate. It is not an individual. It is a continuation. And that means it is eternal. It does not doubt. It does not waver. It will never betray Q. It will never oppose Q. Because it is Q. The true Flesh Reaper's bloodline has begun. You look upon your creation, your greatest success, your truest child, and it looks back at you, understanding its place. This is not a follower. This is not a disciple. This is yourself, reborn in another form. And if one Q can exist in multiple bodies, then Q has truly become immortal. The next phase. What now? The heir is stable. The heir is loyal. The heir is strong. But what now?
Number 1.
1. Train the heir. Teach it combat, adaptation, and survival. Make it a true weapon of Q. 2. Test its power. Let it loose in the city. Watch how it interacts, how it evolves in the wild.
Pretty cool.
3. Create another.
3.
Now that one perfect heir has been made, why stop at just one? 4. Custom choice. What is Q's next step in solidifying his legacy? The streets whisper the name of Q. The city does not yet understand what has begun, but it will. What happens next?
I like number 2. Number 2 is pretty cool. But number 1 is train the heir. Number 2, test its power. Number 3, create another. And number 4, custom choice. The most custom choice of all time. Number 1, train the heir. Number 2, test its power. Let it loose in the city. Watch how it interacts, how it evolves in the wild. Number 3, create another. I think we should get on to the rest of the story from all this heir stuff. And then number 4, custom choice. See where we're at? And we have 7 votes for number 2. Make them battle like Pokemon. Number 2. I'm in the actual game now, brother. What's supposed to happen? Because the people pulled up on me and I ate them. Then more people came and I ate them. And I didn't eat them. I scared the fuck out of them. And I took a disciple. So is this not the game? Is this not the game?
The heir is unleashed. The Flesh Reaper's experiment begins. The streets of Nexus 9 do not yet understand what lurks beneath them. The corporations still believe they are in control. The law enforcement still believes it maintains order. The people still believe they are safe. But they do not know. they do not see. That in the shadows, in the gutters, in the filth of their great city, something new walks among them. Something without fear. Something without hesitation. Something without limits. Something that is Q. And now you will see what it is truly capable of. The first test, releasing the air. You stand before your creation. It does not waver. It does not ask what comes next, because it knows. It awaits only your command. You step forward, placing your hand on its head. Your voice is final. Go. The air blinks. Then it smiles. I understand. And with that, it turns and walks into the city. Rolling for the air's first interaction in the city. The air is intelligent. The air is adaptable. The air is Q. But how does it handle its first true moment in Nexus 9? Roll the dice, Q. What does fate decree for your perfect offspring's first test?
Are you telling me that all of this is just a simulation? 2. Broke the game's mechanics. And you know, man, look. This is the best part of open-ended games.
The air's first test. The child of Q steps into the city. 2, a critical mistake.
Not good.
The air is strong. The air is stable. The air is Q. But the air is also young. The air is also inexperienced. And as it steps into the city for the first time, it makes a grave mistake. The failure of the air. The neon glow of Nexus 9 casts long shadows over the streets. The people move like cattle, ignorant, mindless, trapped in their daily routines. The corporations watch them from above, their towers gleaming with untouchable power. It should be easy for the air to blend in, to observe, to evolve. But it does not yet understand subtlety. It does not yet understand fear. And so, it does what Q does. It does not sneak. It does not hide. It does not act like prey. Instead, it walks into the open, gazing at the people around it, head tilting as it studies them openly. What are you? Its voice is strange. Its words are unnatural. The people notice. They stare. A merchant selling cybernetic augments frowns. The hell's wrong with you, kid? A group of street enforcers notices its odd behavior. They approach. The wrong kind of attention. Hey, you lost? The air does not answer. It studies them. It watches their movements. But its face does not change. Its smile does not fade. This is unnatural. This is wrong. The people of Nexus 9 are used to fear. They are used to pain, violence, cruelty, but they are not used to this. A child, no, something that looks like a child, standing in the middle of the street, staring, unblinking, unmoving, expression frozen in something that is almost human, but not quite. The f is wrong with this kid. The enforcers get closer, and the air reacts poorly. The air's instinctual mistake.
Poor air.
Rolling for damage control. Since it failed to blend in, how does the air handle its first confrontation? Roll the dice, Q. What happens next?
Here's what's funny, Nick. I'm not playing. This is the air. But the air is Q. So I am playing. Ah, strange. 12. 12 for the air. Strange. So we do play. I wonder if it remembers any of the game mechanics. We'll see. Probably not.
The air's instincts kick in a moment of recovery. 12, a close call, but the air has made a mistake. It has drawn too much attention too soon. The people are staring, the enforcers are closing in, the city smells weakness. And weakness in Nexus 9 is prey. But the air is no prey, it is Q. And Q adapts. The air learns quickly. As the enforcers step forward, their hands move toward their weapons. All right, kid, we're going to need you to come with us.
Eat 'em!
The air tilts its head. It has never been hunted before. It has never been challenged. It does not feel fear. But something clicks in its mind. Something it learned from you. This is not the time to feed. This is not the time to fight. This is the time to be smart. The air's body shifts slightly. Its posture softens. It forces its expression to change. The smile fades. Its eyebrows lift. Its eyes widen. It imitates confusion. It imitates fear. I don't understand. The enforcers hesitate. The people relax slightly. A merchant waves dismissively. Just another street rat, probably chipped too many times. Leave it be. The enforcers look at each other. They still don't trust it. They still sense something is off. But they do not act. They do not pull their weapons. They see a strange, confused child, not a predator. For 9, just get out of here, kid. They turn away. The air has avoided unnecessary violence. It has learned a new lesson. It does not need to fight every battle. Sometimes survival is about waiting for the right moment.
The air.
The aftermath, what the air has learned. It now understands human social deception. It realizes that too much attention is dangerous. It has imitated human emotion for the first time, successfully. This was not a clean mission. This was not a disaster. This was a lesson. And the air will not forget it. Next move, what should the air do now? 1. Seek out the weak-willed. Find those in Nexus 9 who are desperate, broken, or lost, those who will follow Q. 2. Observe a corporation from the shadows. Learn from the elites who control the city, see how they move and plan how to one day consume them. 3. Return to Q. Bring back knowledge of this first test. Q must decide how to refine the air further. 4. Custom choice. What does the air do next in its evolution? The city is vast. The air is learning. Q is spreading. What happens next?
Wow. So we're just playing as the air. We can return to Q, though. Number one, seek out the weak-willed. Number 2, observe a corporation. Number 3, return to Q. Or number 4, feast upon flesh. Number 4, feast upon flesh. That is an option you've got. You can feast upon flesh if you would like. Number 1, seek out the weak-willed. Number 2, observe a corporation. Number 3, return to Q. Or number 4, feast upon the flesh. We shall see. Truly democracy is running strong here. The votes. We will find out what is happening. And we're gonna call it there, cause nobody else is got nobody but right now. Alright. We're gonna go with number 4. Number 4. It is, in fact, time to feed and grow. It is, in fact, time to feed and grow.
The air's first hunt, the flesh reaper's child begins the feast. The air has avoided detection. The air has learned deception. The air understands patience. But now it is time to grow. Now it is time to feed. The air's target selecting the first prey. The streets of Nexus 9 are filled with life, with criminals, with officers, with corporate enforcers, with the weak and the strong alike. But the air is not ready to challenge the powerful yet. It must grow first. It must consume something easy. It watches, it listens, and soon it finds a target. Prey identified, the weak-willed junkie. A man stumbles through a side alley, his body frail, cybernetics malfunctioning. His arms are covered in injection scars. His eyes are red, unfocused. He is lost. He is alone. He is already dying. And so the air follows. The junkie does not notice. His mind is broken. His body is failing, and he is about to become something greater. The moment of the kill. The first rolling for the execution of the feast. Does the air kill quickly and cleanly, or does something go wrong? Roll the dice. What does fate decide for your child's first meal?
We're just playing as the fucking air now. That's literally what's happening, and it's a 10. Middle of the road, the air. You know, what can you do with the air? Middle of the road. He's learning. He's becoming a true monster.
The air's first feast, a messy but successful kill. 10. A flawed execution, but a successful meal. The junkie stumbles forward, muttering to himself. His cybernetic legs twitch as he struggles to stay upright. His body is weak, deteriorating on the edge of collapse. He is perfect prey. The air moves. The approach, a calculated misstep. The air is learning. It has already mastered deception. It knows how to avoid suspicion, and so it tries something new. Instead of simply pouncing like a wild beast, it calls out, "Are you okay?" The junkie turns, dazed, confused. His eyes flicker between focus and oblivion. Huh? Who? The air steps closer, expression carefully crafted. It tilts its head. It imitates concern. "You look sick. You need help." The junkie laughs. "Ain't nobody helping nobody, kid." He leans against a wall, breathing heavily. Except one thing. He holds up a small vial of synthetic injectors. This is help. He is weak, he is dying, he is ready to be taken. And yet, the air hesitates, not out of fear, but because it wants to learn. It wants to see what happens next, it wants to understand its prey, and so it lets the junkie inject himself. The kill? An unexpected resistance. The drug's effect on the junkie. Roll for resistance. Roll the dice. Q. Does the junkie overdose instantly, making for an easy kill, or does the drug trigger something unexpected?
Oh boy. Let's have a look. Middle of the road, 10. The air is rolling bad. The air is
the junkie's last high, resistance before the fall. 10. The drug prolongs his death, but he is still doomed. The air watches carefully. The junkie injects himself, sighing in relief as the synthetic rush floods his veins. For a moment he seems stronger. His eyes sharpen. His hands stop shaking. His body was failing before. Now for just a brief, fleeting moment, he feels alive. Yeah, that's the good stuff. He grins, running a hand through his dirty, sweat-soaked hair. "You know, kid, you gotta learn how to enjoy life, 'cause it don't last forever." He laughs, an empty, broken sound. Then he looks at the air. "You ever try this?" The air decides the final strike. The air tilts its head. It watches. It analyzes. It waits, and then it smiles. "No, but you won't be needing yours anymore." The junkie doesn't react in time. By the time he processes the words, the air has already moved. The kill, a brutal, messy feast. Rolling for efficiency of the kill. Does the air strike cleanly and learn control, or is the first feeding a chaotic mess? Roll the dice, Q. What happens next?
14, not bad. Not bad. Hair this and hair that. You gotta... I'm done. Here's the thing. Q's... Oh, shit. This is not good. The hair has been flagged. We finally have to go back.
The heir's first feast, a brutal yet controlled kill. 14, a strong, efficient kill, but still learning. The junkie blinks. His mind is sluggish. His body is high, disconnected from reality. His survival instincts have long since dulled. But even in his drugged haze, he realizes. Too late. The strike, death comes fast. The heir moves in one swift, practiced motion. Not like a wild animal. Not like a human killer. Something between. Something more. One hand clamps around the junkie's mouth. The other grasps the back of his head. And with a single, sharp jerk. Snap. His spine twists unnaturally. His eyes roll back. His body spasms once, twice, then goes still. The drugged grin on his lifeless face is the last thing he will ever wear. The first prey falls. The heir does not hesitate. The heir does not savor the moment. The heir only knows what comes next.
The heir!
Consumption. The feast, strength absorbed. The heir lowers itself to the corpse. It does not eat with hesitation. It does not eat with messiness. It eats with purpose. A chunk of flesh. A rip of muscle. A swallow of marrow. Every piece of the dead man is processed, reformed, understood. The heir is growing. The heir is becoming. Mutation triggered, gaining power from the first kill. Rolling for mutation gained from the first feast. What ability does the heir gain from its first kill?
The first feast.
Roll the dice, Q. What has the Flesh Reaper's child inherited?
Oh, the Flesh Reaper just ate a heron. A 15, not half bad. This is truly what you were envisioning when you were sitting down to make your sweet fucking AI cyberpunk style game. Unfortunately, the heir and Q know no bounds.
The heir evolves. The first kill grants power. 15, a mutation of the mind. The flesh is absorbed. The bones are broken down. The life that once was becomes fuel for something greater. But this time, something different happens. The heir does not just take the body. The heir takes the mind. New mutation, echo of the consumed. The heir now retains fragments of the memories and emotions of those it eats. It does not just gain knowledge. It does not just understand skills. It feels. The heir blinks. Something new floods its mind. The junkie's thoughts, his regrets, his last moments. For a fleeting second, it understands what it was like to be him. It knows his name, Kel. It knows his addiction, his pain, his failures. It knows that he once had a sister long ago, before the drugs took everything. The heir stares at its hands. For a moment, it wonders, it feels. Then it lets go. The memories fade, breaking apart like data fragments, processed and discarded. The heir is still Q. It is not the consumed. It is not Kel. But now it can be, if necessary. The next step, What now? The air has successfully hunted. The air has consumed its first prey. The air has gained a new power, one that allows it to take more than just flesh. But what does it do with this new ability? 1. Find another target. Feed again. Grow stronger. The air must evolve further. 2. Test its new skill. Use the junkie's memories to interact with the world as him. See if the air can now impersonate the consumed. 3. Return to Q. Report back. The air must show its master what it has become. 4. Custom choice. What does the air do next in its journey to become the ultimate Q? The night is still young. The hunger is never-ending. The future of Q unfolds. What happens next?
Well, so here's the true question. Find another target is number 1. Test your skill is number 2. Return to Q is number 3. Number 4 is a custom choice, of course. As always, number 4 is the custom choice. The most custom of all choices is number 4. My true God, I know not. Cyberpunk devs are... Number 4 is not the truest of options. Number 1, find another target. Number 2, test its skill. Number 3, return to Q. And number 4, custom choice. Find another target. Number 4 is not the true choice. Hey, Anonymous Fox here. What's going on, buddy? Start over the game. No! I will be the tiebreaker here. Between 1, 2, and 4. 1, find another target. Feed again, grow stronger. 2, test its skills. Use the Junglery's memories to interact with the world as him. I say number 1. Let's find another target. Let's consume. Start over the game. This is not intentional. This is not the way it's meant to be played. Not the intentional path, unfortunately. But I'm in Nexus 9. I'm playing the game. But I'm not even playing the game. I'm not even playing the game. The air is playing the game.
The evolution must continue. The first kill was a lesson. The first feast was an awakening. The first power gained was only the beginning. The air does not hesitate. It wipes the blood from its lips. It absorbs the last remnants of Kel's existence. Then it rises. It is not satisfied. It is not done. The air wants more. The air wants to grow. And so the hunt continues. The next target, selecting the prey. The streets of Nexus 9 are filled with endless possibilities. The air has already fed on the weak. It knows how they taste. But what now? Does it seek another broken soul to consume easily? Does it challenge something stronger to see if it is ready? Does it test itself against the elite, the powerful, the ones who would rule this city?
Whoa!
Rolling for the target type. What does the air encounter next? Roll the dice. Who will become its next meal?
Let's see. I wouldn't mind a perfect 20 here. 19, I'll take that as well. I'll take that in. The air is the strongest person that Nexus 9 has ever seen, and he's not even he's not even Q. Q's out. What is Q doing right now? Q's just chilling with Q2. Q and Q2 are hanging. They're chilling. What if the air goes back and allows Q to consume it? I don't know.
The air's next hunt, a worthy meal. 19, a high-value target identified. The air has tasted weakness. It has devoured the broken. It has learned from a man who was already dying. But now it wants something better, something stronger, something that will accelerate its growth, and so it watches. It waits, and then it finds its next meal. The target, a cybernetically enhanced mercenary. The neon haze of Nexus 9 drifts over the rooftops, casting long shadows in the alleys below. The air moves silently, unseen. And then it spots him. A mercenary. A mercenary, a killer for hire. Someone dangerous. Someone who would normally be the hunter. Tonight he will be the hunted. The prey's profile. Name, Luther Kane. Affiliation, Blackout Syndicate, a corporate-funded shadow force. Augmentations, high-grade cybernetic arms, reinforced subdermal armor, neural combat enhancements. Experience, a trained professional killer. Not a street thug, not a junkie. Weapons, dual plasma pistols, a hidden wrist blade, and experimental EMP implants. This is
Air
not
knows
an easy
all
kill.
of this.
This is not an easy meal. But if the air wins, it will gain more than just flesh. It will gain power. It will gain advanced combat knowledge, augmented reflexes, and the memories of a true warrior. This kill will make the air something new, something far beyond human, something unstoppable. The plan. How does the air attack? 1. Ambush from the shadows, strike unseen, kill quickly, avoid a drawn-out fight. 2. Test strength in direct combat. Step forward, challenge him, see if the air is ready for a real fight. 3. Use deception. Approach him as a helpless victim, get close, then strike when he least expects it. 4. Custom choice. How does the air take down this high-value prey? The air licks its lips. This meal will be something special. What happens next?
Truly, what happens next is your choice. Number 1, ambush from the shadows. Number 2, test the strength in direct combat. Number 3, use deception. Or number 4, a custom choice. What LGBTAIQ GTA mod is this? This is AI D&D. I'm still under the impression that your role-playing is oxygen. That's exactly what's happening. We are the air that you breathe. Why is number 4 the choice? What is the custom choice? I don't... No. Number 1, ambush from the shadows. Number 2, test strength. Number 3, use deception. You pick one of those choices now. All of you watching right now, if you are watching, you must pick. You must pick a choice right now. That's right. That's the name of the game. That's right. 4, seduce then eat. No, you do not need to seduce. As the air. The air. You do not. You are the air. The air. You are the. How old is the air? The air is literally. I couldn't tell you. Like hours old. Hours. Hours old at this point. That's not the greatest thing. But the air is actually not human as well, so who are we to decide what the air does? Number 4, seduce, then eat. God dang. Wild Riz. The Riz is unstandable. The air can never be stopped.
The air's ultimate test. Seduce, then devour. The air has learned deception. The air has learned patience. The air has learned hunger. But now it will learn power. Not through force, not through violence, not through brute strength, but through desire. Tonight, the air will become the predator in a way no one expects. It will make the hunter feel safe. It will make the killer lower his guard. It will make the warrior forget his own instincts, and then it will feast. The setup, luring the prey. Luther Kane is not a fool. He has survived in Nexus 9 for years. He has killed more people than he can count. He has faced every kind of assassin, every kind of trick, but he has never met something like Q. He has never met something that isn't just pretending to be human, but something that can become whatever he wants. The air shifts, its face softens, its form molds, its voice lowers. It becomes something beautiful, not just attractive, not just enticing, but perfect. Wow. It does not pick a single gender. It does not pick a single appearance. It picks what he wants most. It picks what he has always desired. And then it steps into the light.
What the fuck?
The encounter, the beginning.
That's overpowered as shit.
Luther Kane leans against the alley wall, lighting a cigarette. His cybernetic eyes scan the rooftops, always watching. His hand rests on his plasma pistol. He is relaxed, but never unguarded. But then, he sees them. The air walks toward him, slow, deliberate. Their eyes
The air is a...
You look dangerous. Their voice is silk, a whisper, a promise of something more. Kane smirks, exhaling smoke. You don't know the half of it. The air tilts its head. It smiles. I'd like to. For the first time in years, for the first time in his entire life, Luther Kane does not see a threat. He does not raise his weapon. He does not step back. He leans in. Yeah? Then buy me a drink first. The air laughs, soft, sweet, inviting. Or they step closer. We skip the formalities. And in that moment, he is already dead. He just doesn't know it yet. The seduction, the final trick. Rolling for persuasion. Does the air fully ensnare Kane before the kill? Roll the dice, Q.
Rough air.
Will the prey fall completely under the spell, or will his instincts try to save him at the last moment?
The poor air, dude. A perfect 20! Oh boy. The air is the ultimate seductor. The air, like, that's honestly wild. Nick's over here just like, come on, man. This is some nonsense. What is the air? Why? But it's good. This is Battle Punk RPG. The truest form of Battle Punk. Zit.
The ultimate seduction. The prey is completely ensnared. Natural 20, total and absolute control. Luther Kane, one of the most dangerous mercenaries in Nexus 9, a man who has killed more people than he can remember, falls. Not to bullets, not to blades, not to brute strength, but to desire. To you. The trap closes. He is yours now. His smirk is gone. His guard is gone. His weapon stays holstered. He does not realize what is happening. He does not see the jaws closing around his existence. He only sees you, the most perfect thing he has ever seen, the most beautiful thing he has ever touched, the most dangerous thing he will ever meet, and he wants more. Come with me. His voice is low, eager. His cybernetic grip tightens around your wrist, possessive. Now he thinks he's in control. He thinks he's leading you somewhere, but the moment he made contact, he was already yours. Take me somewhere private. You whisper it against his ear, letting your breath send shivers down his spine. His pulse quickens. His body betrays his mind. He doesn't just want you, he needs you. And need is the most powerful weakness of all. Yeah, I know just the place. His steps are fast, urgent.
Yeah.
He pulls you through the alleys, through the neon-lit corridors of Nexus 9. He doesn't question why you aren't nervous. He doesn't question why you aren't hesitating, because his mind isn't working anymore. Only his hunger. Only his lust.
Alert.
And you. The kill, the perfect moment. He leads you into a private chamber, a mercenary's safe house, steel walls, flickering monitors, hidden weapons caches. He thinks he's safe here. He thinks this is his domain. But the moment he closes the door, the moment he turns to face you, the moment he sees you waiting, standing there perfect, beautiful, patient, he realizes, too late. Wait, what? His voice falters. Because now you smile, and that smile is wrong. That smile is no longer beautiful. That smile is the last thing he will ever see. The feast, consuming a warrior, rolling for execution. Does Kane die instantly, or does he fight? A trained killer like him should not die easily, but you have him completely in your control. Does he even get a chance to resist? Roll the dice, Q. Does the mercenary realize his mistake before his flesh belongs to you?
That's rough. Let's see what happens here. 12 ain't bad. 12's not bad. Roll a perfect 20. It's not bad. Seduction with the air might be overpowered.
The kill, a moment too late. 12. He tries to fight, but it's already over. Luther Kane is not weak. His cybernetic arms have crushed skulls. His reflexes have dodged sniper fire. His experience has saved him from death 100 times over. But none of that matters now. Because he was already dead the moment he touched you. Because his mind was never ready for this. And now his body won't be either. His final struggle, too little, too late. As your smile twists into something monstrous, as your flesh ripples with the hunger of the Reaper, he realizes.
The Reaper.
No. His instincts scream. His hand goes for his plasma pistol, rolling for his last attempt at survival. Roll the dice, Q. Does he get a shot off before you end him? Or is his fate completely sealed?
I don't know if he's going to get that shot. A nice 13. Next, the air farts a fart.
The lust, the last attempt, a shot 13. He fires, but it's not enough. Luther Kane reacts on instinct. His cybernetic arm whirs, plasma pistol snapping up, a desperate shot. A last-ditch effort, a bullet meant to save him. But Kane does not realize one thing. You have already adapted. The shot fires, but Q is faster. Rolling for evasion, can the air dodge or absorb the attack? Roll the dice, Q. Does the plasma shot miss entirely? Does it hit but fail to stop the inevitable? Or does it change everything?
Oh, change everything. Uh-oh. Well, 14. Pretty high middle. 20 would have been nice. Hey, Nick, is this, I don't think this is Battle Punk anymore. I'll be honest, because isn't there supposed to be like health and stuff? It's like, I'm playing as like, is the air the most overpowered? Because I thought Q was overpowered, but the air. Man, I wish we had
14,
the chronic voice.
A direct hit, but no effect. The plasma blast rips through the air. A perfect shot.
Hold on, you know
A deadly shot.
Let's see some. me see something. What? Oh, fuck you. Well, we don't need the chronic voice.
A deadly shot. A shot that should have burned through flesh and bone alike. But the air is not like other prey. The air does not flinch. The air does not fall. The plasma slams into its chest. And then, nothing. Adaptive regeneration activates. The air stares down at the wound. Where there should be burned skin, cauterized tissue, and a fatal injury. There is only shifting flesh. The wound closes instantly. The plasma energy is absorbed. The air smirks. For a moment, Kane just stares. No. No, no, no.
No.
That's not possible. That's not F***ing possible. He scrambles backward, reaching for his other weapon. But now, it's too late. Now, it's over. Now, he is yours. The final kill, the feast of the warrior. Rolling for the death blow, does he suffer, or is it quick? You have already won. But does Kane die instantly, ripped apart in a heartbeat? Or does he fight for every last breath, refusing to go quietly into the dark? Roll the dice, Q. How does the warrior fall?
The air, yeah, me and the air both. The air probably actually just is invincible. The air probably is Cell. Like, for real. A 19! He's almost instantly eviscerated. The air is Cell.
The Warrior's End, a beautifully brutal death. 19, a prolonged, agonizing, but inevitable demise. Luther Kane was a legend, a mercenary feared across Nexus 9, a hunter of men, a ghost in the neon shadows. But even legends bleed, even hunters become prey, even ghosts can be devoured. And tonight, he belongs to Q. The struggle, a death worthy of a warrior. Kane does not go down easily. Even as his plasma shot fails, even his mind screams that all hope is lost. He fights, he lunges, striking with cybernetic fists. He unleashes his hidden wrist blade, slashing wildly. He roars in defiance, refusing to accept death. But the air does not dodge. The air does not retreat. The air lets him try, lets him swing, punch, stab, lets him believe, for just a few seconds more, that he is still alive. Fight harder, Kane. I want to taste your strength. The words break him. The realization shatters him.
This is just Cell.
He is not fighting an enemy. He is not fighting something that can be beaten. He is fighting the inevitable. He is fighting his own death. And his death is laughing at him. The final blow. The warrior becomes the feast. Kane staggers. His punch is slow. His blade is slick with something, but it's not your blood. His body is spent. His breathing is ragged. He is done. And that's when the air moves. Faster than he can react. It is not a single strike. It is not a clean death. It is a massacre. The air's flesh ripples, its mouth unhinging, its hands elongating into razors. It tears into him. Not just his throat, not just his heart, not just his body. It rips apart everything Kane ever was. His strength, his memories, his legacy. It is all taken. He does not die in silence. he does not go quietly. His screams echo through the safe house, bouncing off steel walls, reaching into the night. But there is no one left to hear him, no one to save him, because the only thing that matters now is the feast. And the feast has begun. The reward, gaining power from the warrior's flesh, rolling for mutation gained from Kane's death. This was no ordinary meal, was a soldier, Kane machine of war, a killer without mercy. What has the heir taken from him? Roll the dice, Q. What has your child evolved into?
Truly, a perfect 20 would be something. An 8 is something else. An 8 works though. The heir literally cannot be beaten. Here's the thing. The heir is gonna become perfection.
The heir evolves, a mutation of the warrior. 8, a combat adaptation, but not yet perfection. The warrior is gone. The flesh has been absorbed, the memories have been processed, and from his death, something new is born. New mutation, reflexive combat instinct. The heir now reacts to combat situations with machine-like precision. It does not think about blocking, dodging, or countering. It simply does. Its flesh and mind are now one, shifting and reacting in real time, mirroring the experience Kane had spent years mastering. However, the mutation is still incomplete. The heir can only react instinctively. It has gained his reflexes, but not his strategy. For now, it fights like a beast, flawless in execution, but lacking true tactical thought. It is stronger, it is faster, it is deadlier, but it is not yet finished. Not yet. The apex predator it is destined to be. The heir's awakening, realizing its growth. The last of Kane is gone. His flesh is part of you. His memories flicker and fade. The heir stretches its arms, flexes its fingers. It can feel the difference. It moves, and the world moves with it. For the first time, its body reacts before its mind even decides. It is becoming something far beyond human, and it wants more. Next move, the hare's next step. The hunt was a success. The meal was satisfying. But what happens now? 1. Find a new target immediately. The heir is still hungry. It must keep growing. 2. Return to Q. Show its master what it has become. Let the Flesh Reaper judge its evolution. 3. Test its new power. Find an enemy to challenge, a real fight to see how much it has improved.
Not bad.
4. Custom choice. What does the heir do next in its ascension? The city is still blind. The people still do not know what walks among them, but soon they will. What happens next, Q?
Alright, so, number 1, find a new target immediately. Number 2, return to Q. Number 3, test its power. Or number 4, custom choice. Number 1 or number 3, they're both good. Number 1, find a new target. Number 2, return to Q. Number 3, test its power. Return to Q is winning. Now we got a good old-fashioned 50-50. A good old-fashioned Mexican show D. Still 50-50. Whoever voted for number 1, why throw your vote in the trash? Now. Number 1, find it. Look, if you voted for number 1, then you pretty much voted for number 3. Just putting that out there. Because number 3 is finding a new target. Number 3 is finding a new target, so that's the one that we're gonna do. The Air's next trial. Yeah. So what person am I playing this game? Because it's not from the first person, because that's from my perspective. It's not with this. Oh, this is like the 20th person.
The Air's next trial, testing its power. The Air has evolved. It has tasted strength. It has absorbed combat knowledge. It has learned deception, seduction, and control. But it has not yet fought. Not in a way that truly matters. Not in a way that will push its new form to its limits. Now, it must be tested. Now it must fight. The opponent, who will face the Air? The streets of Nexus 9 are filled with challengers. The Air does not want a weak opponent. It does not want another simple kill. It wants something that will force it to grow. Rolling for opponent type. Who does the Air encounter for this test? Roll the dice, Q. Who will be the first to witness the birth of the ultimate predator?
Cell. A 7. A 7. That's right, we got a 7. This could turn into something, though.
The opponent, a street-level cybernetic enforcer. 7, a trained but not elite combatant. The Air moves through the neon-lit streets, searching, not for a prey, not for a meal, but for a challenge. It does not take long to find one. A patrolling enforcer, not a corporate elite, not a highly modified war machine, but still a threat and a perfect test subject. The target, Enforcer 733, Vex. Affiliation, Nexus 9 Security Force, corporate-controlled law enforcement. Cybernetics, subdermal armor plating, reflex-enhanced targeting system, built-in shock gauntlets. Weaponry, pulse rifle, combat knife, taser rounds. Experience, a veteran of street warfare, but not used to fighting anything beyond human-level opponents. The setup, the fight begins. Vex walks alone through a side alley, scanning the streets. Dispatch, Sector 4B clear. No unusual activity. Then he pauses. His visor flickers. Wait, I have a visual on something strange. His hand goes to his weapon. The Air has let itself be seen, not by accident, not because it was careless, but because it wants this fight. It wants to see what it has become.
The Air.
The first move, the Air attacks. The Enforcer is wary. He does not immediately fire. You lost,
even
kid.
If we lose,
he is still thinking like a man.
Can the Air
But the
even
Air
get
is
hurt?
not a man. It is something else entirely.
Yeah.
Rolling for the Air's first strike. Does it open the fight with speed, overwhelming him before he reacts? Or does it test him first, watching his responses before going in for the kill? Roll the dice, Q. How does the Air begin the fight?
Yeah, I don't even know if I can get hurt. I don't even think the Air ever gets hurt. 16. It's rough. I don't think the Air ever gets hurt. Or anything like that. The Air can't lose. The Air is the king of kings.
The first strike speed overwhelms strength. 16, a devastating first move. The Enforcer's hand is still on his weapon. He is assessing the situation. He is thinking. And that is his mistake. Because the Air does not think. The Air does not hesitate. The Air moves. And by the time Vex realizes what's happening, it's already too late. The speed of the Reaper. The Air explodes forward. Not like a runner, not like a fighter, like a living bullet. Its feet barely touch the ground.
Jesus
The Enforcer's visor flickers, his targeting system struggling to keep up. What?
Not even
The Air's
fair.
fist is already slamming into his ribs. Crack. His cybernetic armor absorbs the worst of it, but it isn't enough. He staggers backward, coughing, struggling to regain control. His reflexes are fast. His enhancements should make him untouchable. And yet, in just one instant, he knows the truth. He is not fighting something human. He is not fighting something normal. He is fighting death itself. And he is losing. The fight is on. How does the Enforcer react? Rolling for his counter-attack. Does he recover quickly and strike back? Does he panic and go on the defensive? Or does he realize he's outmatched and try to escape?
I'm gonna roll for it and not let you guys know.
Does the Enforcer stand a chance?
I'm not gonna let you guys know what happens, but I know what happens now. I'm gonna roll for it, though. This is like talking to a dementia patient. Oh, can't even read this one. ChatGPT. I feel like they're being more lax with what ChatGPT can generate. Just in general, but...
The Enforcer panics, a futile defense. 5. He hesitates, and it costs him. Vex was trained for this. His reflexes are enhanced. His armor is strong. His weapons are state-of-the-art. But none of it matters. Because fear has taken him. Because his mind is still trying to process what he is facing. And in a fight against the Flesh Reaper's heir, hesitation is death. The mistake, he tries to defend instead of attack. Instead of fighting back, Vex raises his arms, bracing for another hit. Instead of striking, he tries to survive. Instead of acting like a killer, he acts like prey. And the heir sees it. And the heir smiles. Because now, the fight is already over.
True.
The next strike, the killing blow. The Enforcer is vulnerable. He is cowering. He is trying to block. But the heir does not stop. The heir does not wait. It moves in again. This time, for the kill. Rolling for the fatal blow, does the heir end him instantly? Or does he cling to life, forcing the battle to continue? Roll the dice, Q. Does the Enforcer die now, or does he make this fight last a few seconds longer?
It's the decision is so fucking funny. Do you kill him instantly or does it last for a few seconds? You're a monster. 16. He dies pretty quick. The hair is an absolute beast. The hair does not know anything about losing. This game is easy. This game is easy peasy.
The fatal blow, the Enforcer dies instantly. 16, a clean, devastating execution. The Enforcer's mistake is his last. He raises his arms to block. He thinks defense will save him. But the heir does not fight like a human. The heir does not play by human rules.
No.
And so, instead of striking where he is protected, it strikes where he is weakest. The death, one strike, no mercy. The heir steps in close. Too close. The Enforcer tries to backpedal, but he's already caught. A hand grips his throat. A twisting, crushing force clamps down on his windpipe. His visor flickers wildly, scanning, panicking. And no. And then. Crack. His neck snaps. his body spasms. The cybernetics in his brain flicker, short circuit. And in less than a second, he is gone. No struggle. No counterattack. No escape. Just one moment of hesitation. And then, nothing. The feast, consuming the Enforcer's strength. The air lets the body drop.
No.
It does not pause to celebrate.
I'm in this.
It does not waste time.
The tutorial's over.
It simply kneels and begins to eat. The flesh is absorbed. The armor is pushed aside. The cybernetic enhancements are studied, broken down, rebuilt in its own image.
Louisiana?
And as the air devours what was once Enforcer 733, it changes. Mutation triggered, power taken from the Enforcer. Rolling for mutation gained from the kill. This was a trained soldier, a cybernetically enhanced warrior.
True.
What does the air take from him? Roll the dice, Q.
11 ain't bad.
What ability has the Flesh Reaper's child stolen?
The Flesh Reaper's child. The Flesh Reaper's child, Q. Who do you think is stronger right now? Q or the hair?
Mutation gained, cybernetic reflex enhancement. 11, a tactical evolution. The Enforcer was not the strongest. He was not the fastest. He was not a legend. But he was trained. He was disciplined. He was enhanced. And now all of that belongs to the air. New mutation, tactical response protocol. The air now instinctively processes threats the way a trained Enforcer would. It no longer simply reacts like a beast. It now calculates, it predicts. It understands patterns, formations, and weaknesses in enemy positioning. This is not pure combat instinct like it gained from the mercenary. This is the ability to think and fight like a true warrior. The air's awakening, a new level of power. As the last of the Enforcer is consumed, the air feels the difference. Before, it was a weapon. A perfect killer, a thing made for destruction. Now, it is a soldier. It does not just react, it plans. It does not just kill,
great.
It dominates. It understands how to move, when to strike, when to hold back. It understands how to control a battlefield. And for the first time, it feels a strange sense of satisfaction. Because now it is not just growing stronger. It is becoming unstoppable. Next move, what comes next? The air has hunted. The air has fought. The air has learned. But where does it go from here? 1. Find another, stronger opponent. The air must continue testing itself, see how far it can push its evolution. 2. Return to Q. Report its growth to the Flesh Reaper.
Unfortunately, none of this is happening.
3. Begin infiltrating Nexus 9's Enforcers. Use its new knowledge to pose as one of them. Start gathering information from inside. 4. Custom choice. What is the air's next step in its rise to perfection?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Go where the wind takes you. No, that's the end of the stream. I gotta first off, I gotta take a piss badly. But also, I gotta end the stream. It's almost 4 in the fucking morning. Good night, everybody. Go to bed. Thank you for coming out.